If it's Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock and you can hear my voice, you already know you're tuned in to His, Hers, and Ours, a real-life couple holding real-life conversations with real-life friends. My name is Solomon Davis, as joined by always with my co-host,
Shannon Royal Davis.
In the house that Surgeon Alfie built, Flow Ohio Studios. To my right, Mr. Alfie Santana, behind the ones and twos, the Surgeon General. What's going on, fellas?
Hanging out.
Winning.
That's what's
Wow.
up. That's the theme of the week.
He was
Winning.
very confident when he said that.
Winning.
Both Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns are going to win this weekend.
Okay.
You already
Call
picked
right
your
now.
picks?
We're gonna lock those in.
We'll take care of that later, though.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, Shannon, what's up? How was your week?
It was emotional for me. This week was really tough, but last night capped it off perfectly, and I think I said that before we logged in. I had two family friends. One very close family friend who lost her son. He died just medical issues, and he was only 28 years old, but one of the sweetest kids ever. I knew them before they were even I knew the family before he was even born. So he, sweet kid, and I felt like that loss hurt me. So it felt personal. And then another kid, my oldest daughter, she was playing softball since she was young. So one of my close guy friends is a coach, and he was more than a coach to those kids. A lot of them, he was like a dad. He had those kids since T-ball, and one of his kids was killed this week, and he's 19 years old. And I knew his mom because we all grew up together as well. We played softball together. And to see a parent go through that kind of loss, it felt personal to me. And it felt like it was almost like a tag for moms who are raising boys. So my heart go out to all of them and all their loved ones. And it felt so personal this week. And I just kept reflecting on the fact that I always remember I tell my kids I love them and assure them of that all the time, because you never know in this day and age, truly, when is the last time you'll get to say that to them and when they'll be able to respond back to you. Mm-hmm. So I don't take those things for granted. And like I said, Friday night kind of capped my week off and put it in a better space, because it was just time with just my family. It wasn't I love my family, all my family, but it was just time with just us, our intimate family, our direct family, immediate family, both, my husband and our kids. And we had a great night watching hockey, and everybody was hyped and been hyped all week. And we had these shirts and stuff. So we really went all in. And to see our 3-year-old dancing at the game, and so she even surprised us because she follows Blippi. And she was like, "Oh, Daddy, look at the Zamboni." He came out there to clean up the ice, And most people may not even know what that is, but it's an attribute. It's you should pat yourself on the back when you have kids who are when they're watching stuff on their iPads and their tablets and they're learning things, they're actually sitting there and teaching you stuff too. So it was pretty cool, pretty dope.
So I think, as much as I enjoyed last night and spending time with you and the girls and what have you, the highlight of my night had to be at dinner, sitting outside, enjoying a couple slices of pizza. And my youngest, who is 3, says to us, "Let's have a conversation. Let's talk." I'm like, what you want to talk about? I say, "Well, let's talk about why you whine and cry so much." She's like, "I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something." At 3.
She's like, "Next question."
Right, and that was how she did it.
Next
and so
question.
we were sitting there and we're just cracking up, but it was so she enjoyed that time too. You could tell, she took it all in. She didn't like to see her big sister leave her for the evening. She was just really into everything. So it was really cool to spend that time together.
And if I can give any word of advice to parents of young kids out there, just expose them as much as you possibly can. I mean, to take a 3-year-old to a hockey game and just to see how she enjoyed herself and probably had no clue of what was going on the ice, but energy that was going on in the stadium. I mean, if you've never been to a Tampa Bay Lightning game, the Lightning, not only with the game, they know how to put on a show. So, props go out to the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's an enjoyable event, and it's very family-oriented. So, if you get the opportunity, go out, visit your back-to-back champions. Mm-hmm. Tampa Bay Lightning.
Absolutely. And one plug on that too. We normally Solomon and I always be like, nah, if we got to go past level 1, we don't really want to go. But we were actually in the 300 section. So it was Solomon's oh man, we're in the 300 section. I was like, Solomon, this may not be that bad because with like basketball, super intimate.
the
so it's
arena
not
is
even
a
the
lot
same
tighter.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So it
when you're
was
sitting
different.
up there, it's not like you're that far away. Not like you're at Raymond James at a football stadium when you feel like you're like 2 miles away from the field.
Yeah.
No, even being in the upper level at the Lightning game,
And
you
it
were
was
right there.
It was so live though, because it was a lot of families out there, and it was Hispanic Heritage Month, I guess. So they were celebrating a lot of the Hispanic heritage and stuff like that, and just they had even special shirts for the night or whatever the case may be. But they also pointed out, like highlighted the fact that the Lightning are out in the community creating little hockey teams. So it was funny for us to see Lato High School have a hockey team. It was like, what? But it was perfect for the night because, predominantly that area is Hispanic.
Yeah.
And so those kids that go there, you hear the Hispanic last names and things like that. So we were surprised. We saw one little black kid on there. His last name was Davis, too. It was so funny. He fell. He Solomon and cousin because he fell. He didn't make the goal. But it was really fun to see that and how they interacted with the fans and all the kids that were there and families. It was like it felt like it was family night because it was a lot of families out there. And I encourage people to just definitely expose your kids to different things. And we watched the games at home, so to see it there, it was just a great experience to behold.
Well, I think Mr. Vinnick made it very. It was important to Mr. Vinnick to have that type of atmosphere inside of Emily Arena.
Right.
So family.
Right.
So they always do a good
even
job.
Jaden, like our oldest, she was like, they have like, at all the games they do like a salute to military and stuff like that. And you stand up and you cheer and do stuff. And they had a young military woman there, and she was Hispanic, beautiful girl. So my daughter, we run outside, we see her outside. She's like, "Oh, Mom, I gotta take a picture with her. She is so pretty." So we walked up to the lady, asked her, and the lady was like, "Oh, sure." She was like, "Now I feel like a celebrity and stuff," because people were stopping and just like taking in a moment. But it was super dope for them to not only celebrate her because she's Hispanic or had she's a military vet. But the fact that she was a woman, and people gave her shine. You see her friend, whoever was there with her, the guy that was there, he kept making sure people hyped her up, made sure that she felt special, and she should, So it was really cool. It was a nice night all around.
So what you got going on? What's the topics of the day?
First subject of the day.
Hi. Oh, y'all know I'm the culture, so
He's about
of course
to go in on it. So.
I'm gonna go in. But no, this is actually a win for men. So this week, and most of my stuff is about men for some reason. This is crazy, but I guess I'll take one for the team today, ladies.
Is R. Kelly in there somewhere?
Yeah, he's in there, but I'm gonna save him. We're gonna jump to something good. I think men can get a victory out of first before I go tear down the man. So it's kind of like parent conference. You have to build a kid up. Don't come tell me about how bad my kid is. Teachers, tell me what she did good before you try and tear her down. Because I'm gonna come for you. You come be the negative first, okay? I don't call you on the weekend. Don't tell me during the week. But anywho, so I want to shout out to Rick Ross. He got a win this week.
With his
$11K in child support a month for 3 children.
That's huge.
Who the hell is his attorney, first off?
For real.
Because y'all men better wake up if you're not awake. Y'all better holler at Ross while y'all trying to get him on a verse. You better holler at him and see how you can get his attorney on your books.
I mean, yeah, it's a win for him, but I don't think his attorney had anything to do with it. I think that he actually pulled her aside, his baby mama aside, and be like, "Listen, where else you going to get $11K a month?"
Pause. It ain't you in Florida.
Where's she going?
Time out. Go ahead.
Women, period. Where is she going?
Pause. Let me explain something. That was an attorney's move, having him talk to her and strategize, because you got women out here getting one kid getting $100,000 a month. You better ask Kevin Garnett how much he pay his ex-wife
but what was
in
her
child support.
What was her
it
comment?
doesn't matter.
Her comment was, "It ain't nothing to him. He got it."
But this is the thing. In Florida, it's so hard to prove that a woman is not fit to be a parent. It's very hard. In most states, they don't just take these people kids from them. You got to be able to pull some strings and understand. Her thing, she probably could be using that, "Oh, he changed me from this lifestyle." Now, mind you, this is what she failed, I think. When you put in the books, you want to make yourself look as poor as possible. So you only make $100 and something a week. Of course, he took that and ran with it. Mm-hmm. So if she only making this money, how's she gonna take care of the kids? So I think what my issue was the reason why I say this is a win, because there are a lot of women out here who are having babies just to come up on a man, and because they know that they can get $20,000 to $30,000 a bag per kid. Say what you want to. I spoke about this before. When I talked about the Brittany Renner thing or whatever, the girl who was messing with your boy from the Charlotte Hornets. How she purposely made a video. She low-key stalked him. She's the best talent scout out there. So I ain't gonna take nothing from her. She's a talent scout because she was going to college games and everything, scouting him out, supporting him, and then had a baby from him. Now she doesn't want him, and he up here paying almost $200K in child support. Now Rick Ross, he may not have that NBA contract kind of money like that dude has, but I'm sure he has enough. For him to get out with 3 kids on 11,000, I know everybody calling him like, "Yo, who you got?"
So it ain't even 11,000 per kid.
It's 11,000 total, but that's $132,000 a year.
Still, one guy pays that in a month.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
So my thing was, the reason why I say this is a win, because it may be setting turning the tide so these women can stop trying to set these guys up. If you leave your lifestyle, your livelihood, when he met you, he took you out of livelihood, you better go ahead and start getting contracts together. So I need an allowance because I'm not able to make the money I usually used to make because you want me to be in this space. And I said this before. Mm-hmm. People need, if you're going to stop your income to be around somebody because you like their celebrity and what they're providing for you, think about when they stop caring about all of that stuff. Yep. When you're no longer a value to them, what are you going to walk away with?
But the only thing I disagree with you on there is the fact that if I were a celebrity or had that status or what have you, being single and, started dating, looking into, entering into a relationship with somebody, I don't want you to view me as a celebrity. I want you to view me as this guy that I'm digging.
And I want you to view me as the person you dating, and I need an income.
All right, so
don't take me from my income and think that I can be at your beck and call, and I'm supposed to be at somebody else's job.
So I don't take you from your beck and call. Go ahead. Still have your income. When this relationship dissolves for whatever reason,
we can walk away amicably. You shouldn't
be coming after me for anything,
absolutely,
correct?
I shouldn't. Okay. I feel like that because my thing is I'm securing the stuff that she was getting accustomed to. She should be able to live comfortably off them $1,100 a month. Them kids can still go to private school. It ain't that stressful. She can still figure that out. You just got to understand that you can't live Rick Ross type of lifestyle because that ain't your money.
So, what if Rick Ross would have said, "You know what? I'm not paying this $11K. I'm just going after full custody of my kids"?
Then the fight would have been on because then he's going to have to prove how you have time to do all this. You're assigned to all these different businesses. So you prefer my child be raised by a nanny than a mom who's able to work and take care of her kids.
I delegate.
So you would have to prove that. You would have to prove that.
I'm just a financial behind the businesses.
Okay, well, ask how many men. It's a lot more women that have won that fight than there are men. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying that they shouldn't fight for their children. I believe people should fight for their kids. When you're in these relationships, I think that's the best thing you should do. But Rick Ross knew coming out that, okay, my best bet is to try and agree to a certain amount and have it set in stone, and let's go from there. Because at the end of the day, I don't know what other arrangements that he was made behind the scene, because I know that he did have to give her a certain amount too as well. There's some additional stuff that was disclosed because of how he changed her lifestyle. But ask Gary Sheffield how that turned out for him. He had a woman, he was married. He wasn't even married. He was just dating a lady. Mm-hmm. And Gary Sheffield is notorious. You can look it up. He had a lawsuit filed against him for he changed the lifestyle of that woman, and she got money because she quit her job to move wherever he told her to. All this other stuff. So he had to pay her an amount for that. And they ain't even had no kids involved in that. Now, granted, she went through a lot of hurt because you put yourself into a lot of spaces when you're going through this stuff with these people that you're dating. She dated for him for years. And he decided that, okay, no, I don't want it. And I don't want you no more. And he thought that he could just walk away. And people and the judges they sided with her when she filed a lawsuit against him. And she won.
I oftentimes think that the men get the short end of the stick in these battles. I mean,
you better ask Kevin Federline if he got a short stick. Britney Spears was up there paying him child support and alimony.
For every Kevin Federline, how many Brittany Reners do you have?
Well, how many? You want to know?
Sure.
Because Brittany Renner is a scout like R. Kelly. Stop playing. But we'll go into that in a minute. But go ahead.
I mean, why is it that?
As you were.
Why is it that even women with money, y'all are? I won't say y'all. They are constantly looking for a come up, so to speak. I mean, without the credential pro athlete behind your name, pro athlete or artist behind your name, you wouldn't even qualify to date a Kardashian, right?
I don't know. That's a whole. I don't even follow them. I don't plug anything they have. I don't really support them. I think they're culture vultures, so I don't really address them in any way, shape, or form. I don't. I really don't. I be kind of annoyed at the fact that how many names are tied to their names that they just passing them around and they still this hot thing because they know that they jump on their name and they stock go up too. Because nobody want to check it for Lamar Odom like that. If you was in the basketball world, you knew him. But everybody in the world just about to know him. He's the most known crackhead out there because he messed around and got with Khloe Kardashian while they show was hot. They've been running for 20 years, so, they've been doing their thing. I'm not mad. Like, I don't care anything about that. I think that because men are oftentimes considered to be the providers and protectors, and that's what you've always been taught as men, and that's what we're taught as women, that they're supposed to protect and provide for us. That's what we want. And sometimes these women latch on to these athletes and they look like that's a meal ticket because they've been, like Brittany, that girl, you said she had been hurt so many times by different men and felt like she was used, that now it was her turn.
Right, so look at it like this. And Alfie, I'm going to use you as an example on this one. The good guy on the show, everybody knows that Alfie's going to treat a woman the way she deserves to be treated.
Do you know that?
We know that for a fact.
I don't know. I don't know. What
get in his bag?
What
my man get in his bag?
If I can quote Reginald Gray, he don't never what on the next man what? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say that. But go ahead as you.
Alfie gets in his bag, takes care of women and what have you. Let's say Alfie, all of a sudden decides I'm gonna step away from whatever job he does 9 to 5, and I'm gonna blow Flohio up. Flohio's just gonna be on the next level. Him, Serge get together and bam, take off. In the next 2 years, they're the next independent iHeart superstars. All these women now looking at Alfie and Serge like, oh, they from Tampa, they from Ohio, they did this, they did that.
Some women like status.
He's got money now. But when he didn't have anything,
he better be Mike Jones.
And that's
he better be Mike Jones. You better be Mike Jones. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. That's what he better be.
So how should he view them?
He should view them with a serious eye. Like he needs to do his homework. I'm not even playing. Like if they weren't there genuinely for whatever, I think that men, when they do have that kind of money, they should protect their money. I do. Protect what you feel is most important and valuable to you. Now, if you're expecting this woman, I think that most men, when they get to that level, if they weren't with you already, you need to come in with a discerning eye anyway.
On both ends.
I'm just saying. If once you get to that level of having success, do you honestly feel like they find true love?
I think women take advantage of a situation.
Women take advantage of the fact they want to be. Look, how's we taking advantage? You out here getting all my cookies and putting miles on me, and you think that's free? Rent still got to be paid. Lights due. It's a cost to play at my playground.
Really?
Yeah. Indirectly or directly, however you want to. It's a cost. Okay. Dealing with women, it's a cost.
Yes, it is.
But it's
even like going on a date.
How is it a setup?
Perfect example. Perfect segue. Perfect example. Even going on a date. October. Women take a man on a date month.
Is that?
Yes.
I thought that was
September. I need to thank you. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Alfie. Get him, Alfie.
I'm trying to help you out, dog.
Yeah, no, I thought it was.
Get it correct.
I'm trying to help you out.
I was gonna say I didn't know that was this month, but I don't. Solomon, I've never mind taking you out on dates and stuff like that. Heck, I hate losing bets to you because it'd always be an expensive date. I hate it.
Always.
Whatever. I hate that, but. I don't think women have an issue.
We don't bet anymore because we used to have this NCAA March Madness bracket.
Oh, we do that.
Solomon beat me like 3-1.
It was the person who lost had to take the person out on
or either buy whatever they asked,
or buy them whatever they wanted.
And it wasn't no cap on what it was. I think it was. I think we would be like $400 was like our limit.
So we would go to restaurants and we had like $300 dinners because I won.
So sick.
I ordered one of
everything. That sounds like
on the menu.
What was that out here in Tampa? Ruth Chris's.
Yeah,
like we went, but
we had certain places that we would go to, like certain restaurants, and I was like, "You doing the most, dude? You know you don't even want that. Let me taste this wine." I want to bust him across the head with that wine bottle.
Sir, can I have a taste of that one?
Yeah.
Well, if I open this bottle, you got to pay for the whole bottle. It's okay. It's on her.
He was whipping on me. He was whipping on me.
Nice.
And it was cool. I think it was cool. I think we only did it like 3 times. But it still was like 2 to 3. He had beat me twice and out of the 1 year. Yeah. Out of the once I won, yeah. So it is what it is. I don't think women have an issue with paying for men, like guys' meals. You have a lot of women out here sugar momming dudes up all the time. Dudes ain't working, dropping them off.
Where they at?
Don't do that. Y'all know women be out here, they be dropping off at work. She got to wait for him to come pick up. No, where's his car?
No,
why
you know what?
Work while you
went out with baby boy.
No, that ain't. That's this generation. Don't play.
Yeah, no, because you know what? You know, the last, I'd
That's
say,
his
probably
generation.
15, 20 years, and because it's all Florida, I've seen a lot of that.
What?
Where it's like the girl's taking care of the dude.
Yeah, they do. Thank you, Alfie, for your honesty.
And
I
I'm like,
appreciate it. Because Solomon seems to act like that
it's
doesn't
weird to me
exist.
because I'm like,
Wait a minute, and Solomon, how he talking about that? Didn't he just tell y'all about a trip to New Orleans last week? How he talking about that don't exist?
That was.
Hey,
that
it's
wasn't
rude.
my
We need to stop. But you were seeing her. You were seeing her.
That wasn't like she
You
was
were
taking.
dating her,
She
but
wasn't
she
taking
was-
care of my bills.
Time out. She wasn't, but she was paying for your trips, all expense. You at the W. Y'all playing like y'all a couple and stuff, and you up
man,
here
we brought that back
sashaying down the street to me, and I ain't paying for nothing
two
for you,
episodes back
right?
for
Make
this,
it make
man.
sense. But
You
okay.
paid. You just didn't know
I
what you
ain't
were
paid.
paying.
Whatever.
You was paying. You just didn't know what
Whatever.
you was paying in.
All I'm saying is that there are a lot of women out here who take care of men every day, and we work every day. And I'm talking about we not in the upper echelon of our jobs. We working regular 9 to 5, taking care of dudes out here, and while they're chasing whatever it is that they're chasing.
What I'm
facts,
saying,
though.
but-
That's facts, though.
I mean,
can't
serious
do
though. But in situations like this, what we brought up before, the whole Dr. Dre situation,
Go ahead.
he told her leave her job.
She was a lawyer.
You don't have any females telling dudes, hey, leave your
No,
job.
they
I
just
got
quit
you.
and be like, I'm home. I'm gonna get unemployment, and you gonna have to figure this out. Unemployment is $250 a week. Ain't had no increase.
We just gonna
Don't
quit.
play.
meanwhile, I'm on
fired.
PlayStation,
Don't
or
do
Xbox
that.
playing something,
Right.
Madden online.
And they ain't even picking the children up from school, helping with homework.
They're on Twitch playing their games.
He just don't know how to be a stay-at-home dad. Like, I'm gonna need him to work on that. So no, I totally disagree. I think that women and men all have some type of motive. I think that when you don't meet them, like when you're out, like in college or out of like, there's a chance that I think that they can find genuine love. Don't get me wrong, but there's a chance that they find someone who likes them, but they actually learn to fall in love with each other. I think that they're not even your homeboy Lamar Ball talked about that, saying his youngest son talking about, yeah, he gonna marry a hoe. He said he's like, yeah, because think about this. This man is 20 years old. You run into all kind of a JJ left and right.
Especially
When
on
you
them road
like,
trips.
Yeah, and that's what his dad was saying. He's like, he's not gonna find true love because he started out so young in his field that they're gonna just run into somebody that they may like. They be a hot thought. Here we go. Now you done made a hoe into a housewife.
Instagram models.
He's not
It
gonna
can-
find
it can
anyone
be
like
done.
his wife.
It can be done.
It can. It takes time now.
I mean,
I don't know, man. This age just seems so corrupted by that.
I mean,
Especially with the Instagram and the Twitters.
Yeah.
You know,
'Cause it's
and
easy.
like,
It's
Because
everything's
everybody's a model.
right,
Yep.
everybody's a model. all of a
entrepreneur.
sudden.
Everybody got filters.
Right.
Yep. But
So
then
it
when you get them in
happens.
that room by, the filters come off and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
what was I thinking?
so if you being married to me now, going on 7 years, dating for or together 10, going on 11 years. If you had to compare us, or if you had to model our relationship, marriage, to a celebrity couple, who would you want to model it after?
I don't want to model after nobody.
No?
Nope. I know you. I know what you about to go at, but I ain't finna play with you today. So I ain't even going there with you today, sir.
So where am I going?
I ain't going there with you today.
Please.
I am not going there with you
I want to
today.
hear this.
Who would you model it after? Come on.
I would want us to be Russell Wilson and Sierra.
Oh, okay. I thought you was going somewhere else.
No, he's gonna go Will and Jada.
That's what I thought. Alfie, you right here. Because that's what he was going. He's
I
trying to
wasn't
change
going-
it up.
No.
Talking about some Russell and Sierra.
No, seriously.
Go ahead.
Sierra on her TikTok channel
Mm-hmm.
posted 3 rather lengthy videos
About?
of her and how she dances for her husband with him right there in the room.
Okay.
And if my wife ain't dancing for me like Sierra dances for Russell, we need to have a
She
conversation.
should be dancing. He bought her whole.
Wait a
He
minute,
bought all
you
her
saying-
rights to her songs and like she owned her out.
Dance?
Did he? He got all
He
her masters?
did. Yes, she owned her masters.
Man,
But
that's dope.
time out.
That
That
is
was
so
his
dope.
gift to her. He bought her masters. So it wasn't like her masters was out there being all hot. Like her
Yeah,
masters
but
was not hot
still,
stuff. But the
it's-
fact that you own them, that's
Yeah.
a lot. But my
That's
thing
huge.
is, she better be dancing for him. He's doing everything. You ain't got to
You
do
better
nothing.
throw on that
Right.
goodies.
Yeah, just like you was
Russell's
pop
like-
locking everywhere, you better be pop locking in the house. I understand that. I'm not mad at her.
Russell throw on goodies talking about, you know who owned the rights to
That's-
these
that's
songs.
Yeah,
right
that's
there,
that's
yeah.
us right there, girl. That's us right there.
So I mean, you get a chance. You subscribe to TikTok. Go on, check out Sierra, her little dance thread.
Sierra
and-
dance. I like their relationship. I love it. Feels genuine stuff, but sometimes to me, I be like, it can't be all that. Oh, baby, I love you, baby. Ooh. It ain't all like that all the time.
Well,
Like,
they ain't
I'm
gonna
need
record
y'all
the
to-
fights.
Right, but that's the
certainly
part.
not gonna
That's the
record when
part
he
that
loses the
annoys
game and comes
me. Is
off
like I
pissed
want
off.
you to be 100% real all the time. Like keep it up.
See, I mean, the only reason I say that, you know, we talk about other relationships or, you know, celebrity marriages, relationships, and what have you, that we feel are kind of, you know, not genuine. Like
Gina
I
say
said,
date not his ghetto.
like we pointed out that we thought the Jay-Z Beyonce thing was a business arrangement.
It is.
I totally feel that way. I
strictly
think they
is.
fell in love later. Don't get me wrong. I
They
think they fell
started
in
off
love. It
as,
started off as a
yeah.
business arrangement.
So, I mean, I think with Sierra and Russell, I think at the beginning, although it might have been true love, I think they were going too hard to throw the intent of how great of a stepfather he was. It's
I
kind
don't
of like
think
the Shane
so.
Future a little bit.
No, I don't think so. I think you should not be ashamed to show, like, to be out there and be true with people about how somebody's treating your kid. Because she was coming out of a relationship where she had been cheated on, whatever the case may be. But just had a bad relationship with someone, you know, and to find someone who genuinely wanted you, you know, who was out there, he was coming out of a marriage or whatever the case may be, whatever the case is. I genuinely think that they, Gina, stop in the chat. I can't even think what I want to say. I think
Wait, what?
that they, I think genuinely they were coming from a place of love, and I don't think that if anybody's been good to your kid that you should have to hide it because their daddy is famous. It's not a secret that
And she's
Future
not
wasn't
famous.
the best dad. How can you be the best dad? You got several kids from
35
several different
kids? Who
women.
knows?
Like, how can you truly be the best dad you can be? This man was spending 24/7 with this kid because he's with the mom. So he saw the most, like, he sees that kid more than his own daddy. He's growing with
Right,
that
I
child. I'm
understand
not
that.
knocking
I
that.
understand
I don't
that.
think
What
they were going hard.
What I'm saying with this is the fact that Russell spending more time with that kid than his own father was. That's generally because Sierra had prime custody of the child, and Russell being a stand-up dude that he is, you know, he's just doing what he's supposed to do. That's what happens in the privacy of your own home. At some point in time, this kid's gonna have to grow up and have a conversation with his father and say, "Hey, listen, did this happen? Did that happen? Why didn't this happen? Why didn't that happen?" And I think the fact that it's publicized out there, because this kid ain't sharing, "Oh, me and Russ at this baseball game, me and Russ at the bowling alley." You know, he ain't doing that like Drake doing with his stepson. You know,
Right.
sharing that we everywhere. You know, he's too young to be doing that. So the fact that they're posting that and had to make sure that was on social media 24/7.
I don't think that they were
I mean,
posting it.
those
They
are
were
like
keeping
throwing-
up with their social media. Think about it at this point. She wasn't making no albums. She wasn't singing and dancing and doing all that stuff right then. She was focusing on her kid. And so when she got into this relationship that she had been, for several months, we didn't even see them. Like, you know, I was almost a year before they even came out that they were together. And then they started sharing like the things that they had been doing behind the scenes. I'm not mad at them for doing that. I'm never gonna downplay because you got trying to protect somebody else's ego. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not trying to protect your ego because somebody is being good to your son. Then do better. If you got mad and you ashamed of it, or you mad because I'm praising the stepdad, do better.
But I mean, this is coming from somebody who's stepdad 2 times over. So
Yeah.
you know, and always got the medal for greatest stepdad ever. You know, shout out to all the baby mamas out there.
Nah, Gina puts in a point. She says, but why can't they be? Like, when I say, like, they can't be this perfect. She's saying, why are we conditioned to think that something bad has to happen? And, Gina, to your point, things can be good. I'm not saying that it's not, but I just don't think that 100% of the time. She ain't married to Christ. He in the second and third coming and the fourth coming. It's not like that. I just think that relationships are a lot of work. And
Celebrity
there are things
relationships are
even harder, right.
And it's like those these days are almost impossible.
Right.
Because you'd be seeing, like, after so many years, this couple is divorced. Oh, wow.
Right. So I applaud
this
their
one per se
longevity.
is even that much more difficult due to the fact that usually you have one or the other being a celebrity. Here you have both of them. So let's say with all of the groupies that may show up at a Seahawks hotel when Russell's on the road. You know how hard fans are coming at Sierra when she's traveling as
Russell
well?
is the most famous out of
yeah.
that couple. Like, stop playing.
You
Let's
sure?
yeah, I'm positive. My mic went out. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. I think Russell is the most popular, like the most famous of those couples. Of that couple.
When you get outside of sports fans, I mean...
Outside of music, you remember Sierra with Goodies. What other one, like
I mean,
for
Goodies
real?
is legendary, though.
So your daddy know Goodies? Like, he know what she looked like.
Hold on,
Outside of being tied to Russell
what's
Wilson.
What's the slow song that had the black and white video where she was dancing?
I know what it is. I already know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I know.
I
But
mean,
she was messing with 50 during that time. But anyways, go ahead. So let's try and figure out. Try to figure that out. Like, you don't, if you got to think that hard about that person, who actually
But
truly
didn't
the
she do
celebrity.
Dancing with the Stars too?
Yeah, he did.
Maybe.
Because I don't think Russell did that.
He don't
Yeah, he
have
did.
to, though.
Didn't he?
I don't know if he did.
I don't know.
But
We're gonna have
do
to
he,
Google
it.
time out, does he really have to?
Not really.
He's hosting all these different events, and now, Russell and Sierra. They throw her in there.
You'd
be like, it's Russell and Sierra.
Just an add-on.
That's
Come
just,
on.
come on. When she was Future, and only black people knew that she had a baby from Future. We only ones knew that. Nobody wasn't checking for
I mean,
her
but
like
how
that.
many people outside of the culture know who Future is?
That's why I say Russ is the bigger one, because outside the culture, people know
But that's
who he
just
is.
sports
And-
fans. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, you can't walk into
You
some
know
dude
what?
at-
Yes, you can.
at
You know
the
why? Because
library
he
and
was
say,
all Christian and everything else. So he is. Them Christian folks know him too. Stop playing. But go ahead, as you were.
Well, I guess you would know, since it is his, hers, and ours, Solomon, and we just gonna throw Shannon on there too.
Whatever. No. Anywho,
Well, we're gonna jump into our first break of the day.
absolutely.
Come back with the next two segments, which I think we're gonna have some fun on the next two segments. I got some
You
things
got some
coming up,
things. I got some things too, but go ahead.
so we'll be right back. I'm Solomon Davis with. Oh yeah,
Reggie.
we just throw.
People
we just
know-
throw her
Reggie
in.
gonna say-
she don't forgot her name, so we.
No,
just
I'm
throw her
looking
in.
at what Reggie said. People know N.O. Sierra. Yeah, they do. Okay, Reggie, this is Shannon Royal Davis.
We'll be right back
Thank
with his,
you.
hers, and ours.
Sat up in the dark for so long, just living my life on my own. Then, right up out of the blue, bumped into you. I was so amused by your smile, boo. Want you to call my phone, so me you could talk to the limo. I didn't know what to do. I was feeling you, hoping you'd be cool. We're hanging out too. I don't know what happened. Got people steady asking how you go to sleep mad one day, the next wake up so happy. Love works like magic, and it's so true my mind can't grasp it. I'm just glad that I got you in my life. I think about us all day, dream about you. Love ain't always love. I think about us all day, dream about you. Love ain't always love. Yeah. If I'm loving it, don't take long. People speculating that it won't last long, but that just can't be true. Cause I've been loving you like you never knew that I could do. Never let go, gotta hold on. Cause you done made me and you're happy home. And I'll give all me to you. I do whatever you ask me to. Cause boy, you're my biggest blessing. They can keep on asking how to go to sleep mad one day, the next wake up so happy. Well, love works like magic, and it's so true, my mind can't grasp it. I'm so glad that you made me your wife. I think about us all day, dream about you. Love ain't always love. I think about us all day, dream about you. Love ain't always love. Boy, you make me feel so beautiful, and I ain't never gonna let you go. People say this ain't how it's supposed to go.
We are back. Segment 2 of His, Hers, and Ours. I just like that music playing in the background. Y'all know that song, J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Got some meaning to me there.
You've been singing a lot of songs today that has been personal to you. I feel like it. But anyway.
It's one of them things.
Anywho.
I don't need Joe.
And we're back with segment 2. I am your co-host, Shannon Royal Davis, with
the man in the empire, Solomon Davis.
Oh, Lord. So what do you have for us for the second half of the show, like the second segment?
So I'm going to try something new here. Segment 2, we're going to turn this segment into something I want to call Savage Questions.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We all on the hot seat. We can ask one question. We all going to go around and ask. And I'm going to...
You should have said this beforehand so people can be prepared for what kind of savage question they want.
We're just going to come up with. But the reason I'm asking this is because it's going to lead into my savage question to you. This week on Instagram, one of hip-hop's super producers had a birthday, Jermaine Dupri.
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine Dupri received on all his social media outlets a huge shout-out from his ex, Miss Janet Jackson. Telling him that I wish you the best on your day, many blessings to come, and hopefully we will see each other sometime again soon. From your ex.
She's single.
Is she single?
Yeah, she's single.
Is he single?
I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Man, yo, Jermaine.
Go ahead.
Man, listen. Don't let me get no messages, some public messages like that from Janet.
So what you gonna do? Call
I'm calling her immediately.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can't wait to see me? How about tonight? Let's catch a flight. I'll meet you in France.
So my savage question, Miss Shannon. Which one of your exes would you send?
So that's not a savage question for me. That's easy, and it's not even a cop out. Like, I don't have any exes I'm sending that message to per se, because if they're exes for a reason.
Okay.
Ain't no need for me to unless there's something like it.
I'm not saying. Listen, take the question at face value. Quit trying to dig deep.
I'm just saying. Well, at face value, it ain't none of them.
So none of them will get that message.
Nah, but let's ask you, which one of your exes? Go ahead.
There was Keisha, Teresa, Monica.
It's a song, people.
It was Keisha.
But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, is that your question to me in return?
Go
the
ahead.
Same thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably Candace.
Okay, so you miss her or something?
Yeah, I miss her, but we were just cool.
But you'll send that out, like, get to meet up soon? Boy, this boy really, he gonna end up, the savage thing gonna happen is he gonna end up with some papers at his new address. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, no. Because I ain't even the one with them. Yeah, that's the one he gonna need to save. I feel like if you're doing that, if you're opening that, you feel like you're missing something.
By saying, hey, just hope we get reacquainted soon or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's leading.
Why
and if that's because I feel,
why couldn't there be an understanding of a platonic relationship? Hey, we went down that avenue before. We've traveled down this road. Obviously, it didn't work. Let's take a venture down this new path and keep it strictly platonic, and let's see. Maybe the friendship is better than the relationship.
because I don't believe there are men who are out there who don't who understand how to be just friends.
Alfie.
Like, if I was trying to be sneaky,
Straighten her, Alfie.
Time out. If I was trying to be sneaky and I wanted to send that birthday shout out to, I'd send it to Kima. Yeah.
We already knew that.
Right. So he already knew that answer. So why? But if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna do that, then that means, like, I'm sending that out to a single man who don't have no kids, who has no wife. He's doing his own thing, living his own life. But I'm married, and I'm gonna send that shout out to him and say, "Oh, I hope we can get together soon."
Hey, have lunch, have a drink.
Oh, that sounds great. Okay.
The bigger question is, how the hell is Janet still single?
Ain't nobody trying to go near her.
That's crazy.
Nobody's trying to go.
They saw what she did
out.
in her
Look,
last
Serge, great segue.
Wait,
I love you.
There's a lot of women that, like, Hollywood or celebrity, they're like, you gotta stay away from them. That vibe.
No, I would stay away from Janet, period. You know, she ran away from that Arabic country with that man baby, and you ain't seen her that baby since she left him.
And
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So she got married to the Arab dude, right?
Yeah. Because I know she was dating somebody in the Emirates.
Right. So
they're married.
There was a prenup that stated that she had to stay married. They had to be married 7 years for her to be able to have any rights to anything. And on the day of their 7-year anniversary,
The
she
next
filed for
day,
divorce.
she filed for divorce and took the baby and came to the States or whatever. And so she was like hiding
So
out.
basically, what
it
you're saying is
what
there's
it
a hit squad out there somewhere.
No.
I think
it's-
I just think that those people, because first off, and Solomon lives in the Arabic community, so he already understands, or
Yeah.
Muslim community,
It's
how
the man
you see
runs
them-
everything.
and the men are very hands-on with
Shout
their
out to
kids.
Ahmad.
So if you doing all of that and you trying to run off with somebody's kid, like somebody's gonna come for you.
So, Janet. Wow. Okay, I didn't know none of
Yeah,
that.
I'm with Reginald Gray on this one. You send a generic happy birthday text like you've been doing,
Yeah,
and
just
all that
flagrant
meeting up,
HBD.
all that meeting up, yeah.
Hey, hold on, pause. I mean, if we gotta keep it real, I mean, Reggie probably texting with somebody on his arm right now. Yetta right there, so he can't say anything.
What?
Wow, Shaq.
Look, you're texting freely.
Boom.
Yetta's on his arm right now.
Yeah, she probably is.
But you're
Send that.
you're texting freely, and you feel like that's a comfortable thing to do to send out to an ex.
If I am meeting up with you for a birthday lunch, birthday drink, and that is it,
Why
I
are
don't
you
have
meeting
any
up
other
with your
intentions.
ex though? I think you sitting in a space where now they see a different version of you, and now they may want that same version.
Yeah,
and
I'm not that
time
same person.
Okay, so you say. Until somebody be like, well, your wife ain't got to find out, or your girl ain't got to find out. Then it becomes something different, because you always good to say is, if it's one time, it's like, you're good, whatever.
Wait a
You're
minute, do you two
notorious for
actually
that.
have like a pass,
Who has
Who?
like y'all, for each other?
What do you
That
mean?
One time
Like-
pass.
You got the pass.
So my thing is this: if you ever felt so convicted that you want to come to me about a one time, please understand that if
She get the one
I'm
time.
gonna get that one time
Yeah.
too. That's how I feel about it. So if you feel like that's okay for
So
you,
Solomon gets Sierra, she gets to get LL Cool
what,
J.
but like, so basically, if that's the
That's a
plan,
celebrity
then that's
window.
gonna be the plan. Like,
Yeah.
don't think that
Of
you're gonna
course.
get a okay and go. I'm not that
Nah.
woman. That ain't me. I
Okay.
ain't the bigger person. I look. I live on the block of Petty and First Street. Okay.
Alfie, what you have to understand with that is, like I've always said, when you open yourself up, women are capable of a far greater cruelty than
Yep.
any man is.
What
So,
chapter is that in the Book of Solomon?
It should be
4:17.
first. It should be the
4:17.
first chapter.
Chapter 4,
Understand?
verse 17.
In the book of Shannon is "Thou shalt not play with me." That's the first verse. First verse.
First and last
First
verse.
chapter.
Thou shalt
Yes,
not
right.
play
Don't-
with
don't
me.
play with
End
me.
of the book.
So that's where it's at.
So next question.
Janet. I'm
With,
so
with
hurt.
us all out there being culture fans and watching shows and things like that, anybody check out BMF?
Oh shoot,
I didn't start that yet.
I haven't
It
started,
started-
with that.
I just finished up the third book of Power.
I haven't. Oh
Which was
man, I'm
dope.
so far behind.
Yeah.
That's my own fault though.
Okay. So I didn't know this after watching the first episode of BMF, but they're pulling like a Straight Outta Compton. The kid playing Big Meech in BMF is actually Big Meech's son.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He looked
Lil
like
Meech.
him. He looked just like him. But to be able to take on those roles and act, like, that says a lot. That mean that kid really wanted it. He wasn't thinking it was just going to be given to him, because his brother has kids too.
Right.
So you didn't take any of his kids. You just basically, if they're not leading characters. So that means that kid really went in there, worked on the craft, and really put the work in. So that's awesome feeling, to have your kid actually play you.
So the odd thing about watching BMF, because I mean, being in the culture, we all know the story of Big Meech and his brother and what have you, and how everything turned out. It's kind of odd watching something that you already know what happened, and them retelling the story. And you're like, did it really go down like this?
It's like what Titanic and stuff.
Right.
You know
You
the
know?
ship's gonna sink.
Exactly.
Some stuff happened before it, so they're just filling in those blanks.
So I mean, although I think 50 and as an executive producer and the crew over at Stars and G Unit Films and what have you, they did a good job in putting it together. From the first episode, which I've seen, I was entertained by it and looking forward to the second episode. But I don't know, it's just kind of odd watching something that you already know the story to.
You know what most
Yeah.
stories are about though?
Well, not most. But the funny part about it is watching the reviews and what have you, and the people that were actually in the show. Cash Doll watching her response saying she had to stop her mother from watching it because she didn't want her mom to see her in the sex scene.
Yeah.
There's sex scenes? Okay.
Yeah,
episode
but you
one?
know, talking about anything that you sign up with 50, there is a nudity clause in your contract. Like, come on,
yeah,
let's
for
keep
real.
it up, $150.
If you didn't watch
That was Power episode 1.
Yeah, 50 is low key a porn. He's a porn producer. Like, come on, low key.
You know who I thought was the kid of it? Artist that played their parent was the dude that plays ODB on Wu-Tang. Have you guys seen the Wu-Tang?
Yeah, we
saga?
saw that,
American
yeah.
Saga, yeah.
I swore. I was like, this got to be his
I don't
kid.
like the fact that they changed the dude playing. Was it RZA that they changed the character on in the new season?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
the new
just-
season that just started up.
Yeah, I'm already like 6 episodes into that.
Yeah, they changed up the character, the guy who plays the RZA. So I was like, what?
Well, maybe he had another
Was it
contractual
RZA or was it-
agreement.
It's got to be Jizza because RZA's...
Jizza.
Yeah.
And
I
was
didn't
like-
see... I haven't paid attention to that. Just the main characters is the ones.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a great show.
And then, like I said, it was funny if you watch BMF at the beginning when they have the, some of the names and things have been changed, to protect some people and have you. But a lot of this shit really happened. It's funny the clause they put at the beginning of it. But BMF is a great show. Check it out. Another show that we, like you just said, shows that we just wrapped up last week was Power Book 3, Raising Kanan.
Yeah, that was a good too.
It was
a
really
beast.
slow.
Man.
It started off really slow though.
Yeah.
Like I had to get into it, and I was like, "Gosh, this can't be the same." Like,
And then
writers.
once it picked
And
up,
it
they
wasn't. Yeah, it took
standard.
off. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Raquel's a beast. I just would like to see on the next season the transformation of Kanan as to how he became who he was in the original Power. Because right now I can't take this kid.
You don't see this kid transforming into him.
Exactly, because Kanan was such a
Ruthless.
Exactly.
But he had to
then
start
even
off in a
Jukebox.
humble nature in a way in the beginning in order to get there. He didn't just jump out being ruthless.
Even Jukebox, because like you see her as a young woman, doing her thing, and of course like lesbian side to her,
Right.
and she's a music artist, and then it disappeared, and she became like a ruthless.
Yeah, a
Police
police officer.
officer.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm looking to see
where
how
did-
they put
I'm
all
thinking
that
in
together.
season 2 you'll see something like that because
She
it
starts
seems
to
like
get
this
close
this
with
white
this
cop
cop.
is trying to
Right.
friend her a little bit more, and she's like that'll probably like sway her
Yeah.
towards it.
Absolutely.
But the actress that plays her, we were watching the Aretha Franklin movie earlier this week. Respect.
Oh, she's in that one.
So she's in that. She plays Aretha Franklin's sister.
Okay.
And she does a good job of that. And it took me a minute watching that movie to be like, yo, that's Jukebox.
She really ain't Jukebox. She whoever her real name is.
Lorraine.
Okay, thank you.
Right, no, it's a good show.
Let's stay in the whole culture thing. So Moneybag Yo had a birthday, and his girl gave him 28
Yo, props to her.
acres in Memphis, in his
Props
hometown.
to her.
Moneybag Yo,
Exactly.
His
the
girl.
rapper. You're not in the culture. That's why I said in the
Well, no,
culture.
I mean, there's just
Pull
like,
back.
there's a certain point in my head that
It's these young
music artists
kids
stop
rappers.
at a certain point, and I just stop listening because they're all basic.
Yeah. So people, it went around social media, and I guess it got onto the reel where Jeannie Mai, Jeezy wife is, and all of that stuff. And so she, Fancy made the comment, which is
Yeah,
Garcelle
Fancy.
Beauvais, saying,
Oh, yes.
"Oh,
I had such a
when
crush
you're
on her
giving."
back in the Jamie Foxx show.
Jamie
Really?
Foxx, yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Oh,
Her scene in Power.
Yes.
Solomon has a
Thank
thing
you.
for grandmas, if y'all don't know. But anyway, so like I said, so on the
Y'all
show,
heard me a couple weeks
Fancy.
ago talking about Steph Curry, mama.
Yeah, you like older ladies.
Yeah,
You
Steph
always
Curry
do that.
mama can
I
get it,
think,
bro.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, y'all,
She a
y'all,
bad little-
look. These sound like mama issues to me.
Nah,
when
it's
I hear
just-
y'all talking about somebody mama can
They
get,
age really well.
she did. She's beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
So Fancy
me.
made the comment of girlfriends buying gifts acting like wives. She was like, you should be able to give gifts that you're okay with. Like once you give them a gift, like you're okay if they walk away from you.
Yeah.
She's like 28 acres is a lot of giving away a gift. So Ari, who's actually G Herbo's baby mama too, dates Moneybag Yo, and she says, Y'all get mad if we give out jewelry and you have something to say, but you don't know how good he is to me and my son, how he treats us and the things that he's done for us. So it just shows that's an example.
Yeah,
a woman will give you
spent $500,000 just on a car.
For her.
Yeah,
right, something that loses its value. But she was smart in her gift giving to me. I think she's one of the smarter
it benefits
ones.
both of them.
Well, not necessarily. It benefits him.
Is a brilliant.
It doesn't benefit her in any way. She doesn't own the land. It was his gift. That was his.
Well,
he
I mean,
owns that.
if the relationship continues and they get married and what have you, of course he develops the land. It's now their business project.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
going to be theirs.
Okay.
Even if it don't work out, I can see him.
I mean, it's not like on
No, I think that if it don't work out, she gonna get what she got while she was
Get
in
my
this
paperwork.
relationships and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
That is literally how it goes. Like, you don't see no guys gifting no woman back they stuff that they bought them, and women don't do that either. You had Michael Strahan, who was engaged to Eddie Murphy's ex-wife. She didn't get back that ring. Like, when their relationship broke up, even though she had some wrong in that relationship too, she never gave back that ring. When people give you a gift, that's your gift. I ain't splitting with you if we ain't together no more for what?
So then look at the situation that, you were adamant a couple of months ago when we were on the show talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta and how Portia Williams started dating the ladies.
Fallon, husband.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Now
they're
married,
engaged and they're not married, they're engaged. And
okay.
Portia just gave him an engagement ring.
Okay.
So how do you feel about the woman giving a man an engagement
She
ring?
got hers first, so she can give him whatever the hell she wants to.
Okay.
I don't have no feelings on that. I feel like you should be able to gift each other whatever you like. But they're in a space of, this girl ain't got no ring. We talking about you done bought him some property, he done bought you a car. Hell, it was even like, let's do the Migos. What, Quavo, they said he had done took Sweetie car, he bought Sweetie and sent it back or whatever the case may be, or whatever. So when you're buying these different material things and the relationship goes sour, and that it turned out it may have not been true, may or may not been true, like she sold it or whatever because it was not paid for. Like these cars, they be buying them, who's to say the car already paid for? We don't know she making car notes.
Got a lease.
Like it's kind of,
Down payment.
So for
I put
me,
the down payment on it, but you got
right.
to pay for it.
You gotta
So
hold the
for
lease
me,
down.
I be looking at stuff like that's to me the same thing as when people be like, I got a car. Look what Santa got me. He bought me a car for Christmas. If he bought you a car, then you shouldn't be paying on them payments every month. That's a gift. Don't give me no payments. I don't want you to give me nothing that I gotta pay for. That's not a gift. That was you showed somebody something. That's not no gift. Gift me when I don't have to pay you nothing.
So when Oprah was giving all these people cars and they had to pay the taxes on it,
It's still a gift because I don't mind paying it. If all I gotta do is pay the taxes on the car and it belongs to me, shoot, okay.
okay.
And my main thing is, why is somebody worried about what a single person buys? Well, they're not single; they're together. But why are you worried about that?
You know why? Because they make it public.
Well, what
if
it is
you kept it
they're
private, nobody
also
wouldn't.
a lot of people are still trapped in the you got to be married to be able to buy each other. Nah, man.
That's true, but at the same time, why are you having to share the fact that you bought somebody a gift like that? You subject yourself to opinions
'Cause she's trying to
when
look
you're
cool.
right.
Yeah, she's
so
trying
if
to
you're
be
looking
cool.
for opinions and you getting them, you can't get mad because somebody gave you a negative review of what they thought. You got to roll with that too.
Buy me a couple acres.
So you mentioned that took place on The Real.
Mm-hmm.
Going to another talk show, The View.
Okay.
Last Friday, the hosts, Sonny Houston and Anna Navarro, were supposed to interview
Kamala
Harris, Vice President of the United States. And right before the interview took place, both hosts were rushed off the set for positive COVID test.
Huh.
Come to find out, now that they were false positive tests.
Huh.
And they did conduct the interview, but Kamala Harris had to be mic'd up, and it was almost like a Zoom
She
meeting
was
from a
offset?
remote location.
Yeah.
So now they're the flack is coming up, the fact that the company they used to provide the COVID test, they're actually suing because
they felt like
immediately while the show was going on, they pulled them off the set. When they told them what happened, Sonny Houston's husband, who's a surgeon, was actually in surgery. They pulled him out of the operating room because they were in the house together that night.
And then they got to
before.
quarantine everybody.
Then they had to pull her kids out of
Yeah.
school. Come to find out, it was a false positive.
I have to sue the pants off them. Because my thing is, in these productions, everybody is super heightened about this whole COVID thing. So beforehand, if they test some people early in the mornings, they already know what the results are. I think they were trying to avoid them having to have those difficult conversations with Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so the two people they pulled out, are they left leaning, right?
No, they're actual. They support Kamala and them, but they have been voicing their opinion about the things that have transpired.
Yeah, because it's all been lies up until this
about
point.
the whole, like, what are y'all doing? You let them whoop these people down here on the thing, then all of a sudden they fired all those men. You know, whatever the case may be. You let them whip the people that were coming in. Now you got money for these Afghanistan people, but you don't got no money.
You don't
for
got
nothing.
money
That's
for the
like,
Haitian people.
What's going on? And so that, I think they were trying to avoid those tough and difficult questions. Now, I'm let's not be oblivious to the fact that America is one of the, like, we racist in our own right. Like, so stop playing. If you got lighter skin, they're gonna see about you first.
Exactly.
So that's the whole thing with that. All the money that they spend, I think that's why they're trying to save their.
To
behind.
me, it's deeper than that, but I'm not even gonna get into that now.
It's relationships, it's business relationships to me.
Well, I look at it more like
anything.
you can bring people in and know who you're bringing in, create a situation, and then we got to go on lockdown, terrorism.
Yeah.
Because these people, they like to frame as, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna
absolutely.
I ain't trying to get raided by the feds.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
So with the whole COVID thing going in, we all like to talk sports around here. What about your man, Kyrie Irving?
Jeez.
Cleveland's own Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, go ahead. Let y'all speak on that.
I support him. I'm not gonna lie.
You support him?
Yeah, because you should not be forced to take a vaccine. It should be a choice.
So let me tell you my thought on that. I think a lot of people, like, you have your choice. I just don't listen to people. To me, Kyrie makes no sense because you out here living your best life. You know, flat earthing. You out here having babies, doing whatever you want to. So you taking risk every day. And then you want to get all indignant when somebody say, about a vaccine. Don't try and hype me up by this other stuff when you try to act so woke and it's convenient then. But be educated on what you're saying. So I get it. I'm not forcing nobody to take vaccines, but I don't take advice for people who be trying to, like, if you out here living your life, you smoke weed, and not to have an issue with weed, because I think weed is a medicinal thing. Like, I think that has so many more benefits. But if you out here drinking, smoking, doing whatever, and you smoking with random people, you don't know what they roll in there. You didn't roll it yourself. So you don't know what's going, like, other stuff. Like, I just be looking at people differently. I want them to have their choice, though. You can't force people to do anything. Have their choice.
Absolutely.
But so when it comes to my job, it's different.
Here's my thing with Kyrie. He has every right to make a decision whether he should take the vaccine shot or not. You know, that's up to him. I mean, every man, every woman has their own right to decide what goes in their body. What he does not have the right to do, in my opinion, especially as head of the NBA Players Association.
Yeah, he's over the NBA Players Association?
He's the president of the Players Association.
So I thought Chris Paul was.
No, Chris Paul, his tenure was over with.
Oh,
he had been the president
So they
for 8
made
years.
out of everybody Kyrie.
Yeah. Okay, wow.
That's crazy.
That's different, but go ahead.
So Kyrie.
I didn't know.
NBA tripping.
So now it's like, well, I mean, the players have to vote on this.
Oh, so the players?
Right.
The players
Wow,
vote. And you got people like LeBron and what have you. They're like, I've got a voice, but I don't really want to be in that spot. I ain't trying to have all these responsibilities. So, I mean, Kyrie volunteered for it, and he got voted in.
Okay. I can see that.
What you have to understand is that the NBA is a private enterprise.
Yeah.
Right. So if you choose not to do this,
they can
choose not to pay you.
Yeah.
So if you're okay with that, then that's okay.
But for him to say, they have no right not to pay me, I have a contract, this, that, and the
other.
No, you made a decision,
they
made a decision.
You got to live with the decision.
He can't play the fence on that.
So, and that's what I was saying about when it comes to my money, I have to make different decisions if it impacts my livelihood in any way, shape, or form. So if it's a vaccine that's out there, and first off, let's be real, vaccines, if they cause all these different things, you wouldn't have to take them every single year. Like they're
most of the time you don't have to take a vaccine every year.
But
which
that's
is
what I'm saying.
Weird with this one.
Right. But people with the flu, every year jobs pay 100% of taking flu. Right. But
5 years ago, 6 years ago.
And they just like, okay, you're gonna take this flu shot, but that something tells me something totally different. That science been known and stuff. Like y'all already know.
To me, it's conditioning people to no, you have to take this.
Right.
And I'm not with
that. And that's the reason why people don't want to, because you feel like you're forcing them to.
Like, well, also we've seen the track record from this country. Like, come on, man, they was giving people syphilis. And
that's what the history is. Like that's why people are. And I don't fault people for having their choice of thinking about like, no, I don't want to feel like I'm made to do something cool. But when it comes to my money, you're going to make me do a lot of stuff because that comes to my livelihood. Now, if I can find something else where they not doing the same thing, but most of the industry is moving towards, okay, we need to get these vaccines done because they're losing money for offices that they've paid for. And although your work can be done at home, they still need you to touch their office every now and then. And if that's a part of it, then I'm all for that.
I got nothing against business owners saying, hey, I'm being forced to do this, so you got to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not against people saying I don't want to do it because what's the biggest red flag for me is when they say, oh, you take this, but you also we're making sure that this company is not liable for anything that might happen down the road.
Right.
You can't sue these guys 5 years later when you find out, oh, my arm just fell off.
Yeah.
So here's
that's real sketchy.
Well, I'm going to tell you, personally, like, so I know people who died from, like, a couple of people. Like, the little boy who died early this week, he had Crohn's disease, so you know that that's a compromised immune system.
Yeah. So
once, like, if COVID happens, like I had COVID, so I know how that feels. Like, I could see how people can, and I was perfectly fine, in a way of it didn't attack me in a way that it just broke me down, but I was just tired all the time.
Yeah.
So
I slept for like 4 days.
Right. So having it, you understand how that feels. So when I was able to, I went and got vaccinated. I was like, look, I don't want to feel like that. If this helps me subside with what it is, it's kind of like taking aspirin or whatever. If it helps the symptoms subside, I'm game for it. But people don't understand, like, a lot, like even pregnant women. I know a pregnant woman who had COVID. Now, she's having all kind of complications because she couldn't do anything. Like, you didn't want to take the vaccine because you didn't know what it would do to your baby.
Exactly.
And now you got COVID. Now they have to inject her with something each week or whatever the case may be. So she's suffering with those different things. If there is medical stuff out there that they have and you feel safe enough, that's your choice. Do what you need to do. But if it impacts the way you live and provide for your family, I think that's a different decision that you have to make.
Yeah.
And I think some people are, because unemployment, they ain't increase it no more. They ain't
balling
balling like they
away.
was. They weren't balling like they was last year when people was just living on unemployment, turning down these jobs for $16 an hour, whatever the case may be. Unemployment is $250. Now, I don't know what you could pay with $250, and they got places out here that'll help you pay your rent for a couple of months or whatever the case may be, but what is your game plan at the end of the day? I'm not for allowing somebody to dictate how my money works or how I live. So if it means I had to take a vaccine or whatever the case may be, call me a fool.
But isn't that, in a way, dictating how you live?
Yeah, but if I don't have it,
Yeah.
I can't jump off nobody else's job and make what I'm making immediately.
So you're basically saying Kyrie's in a different position because of the money he's made in the past.
Right. He
chooses
got a cushion.
Yeah,
If
he's
he chooses
straight.
not to, he got a
Kyrie
cushion.
can
Kyrie
leave
got
right
a
now
cushion.
and be straight.
Kyrie good. If he only get paid for half the season, he's still a millionaire.
I'm glad you said half the season.
It's not even half the season.
No, hold on.
Yeah, because half and half is the games that they play.
Well,
like,
half
So
is home games, but you also got California you can't go to.
Right, it's certain ones, right.
So if the NBA decided, okay, even though you're not vaccinated, we're still going to allow you to play, and like you just said, it's not like he's playing for the Cavaliers or the Celtics anyway. He's playing for the Brooklyn Nets in New York.
New York, that's their
Half
mandate.
your games, you're not going to be able to play in.
Yep.
Right.
Should he still be paid his entire check?
No.
Because it'd be like one of them games where if you get
No.
a sprained ankle and have to sit out, you get paid for that.
Right, but that's a part of, that's kind of like,
That
how
was
they
an
call
on-the-job injury.
Yeah, on the job. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's like workers' comp. You're going to get paid for that.
these-
This is not workers' comp.
The guys that sit out games, what do they call it? Load management.
Yeah, load management.
They get paid for that. That's
That's
not on
their
the job
job.
injury.
Yeah.
They just, hey, just
I mean, if I was Kyrie, I'm like,
Miss-
all right, we're at home. I'm taking
Miss
load management.
PTO.
What's up? I take
If we
PTO.
get
I get
mental
paid.
health
Let me
Miss-
tell
a
you.
mental health day.
Look, we had to turn down PTO for the rest of the year. I made sure I was up there calculating like how many days I took, how much I was still accrued. Oh, okay. I'm making sure I'm only carrying over like
So
7
should
to
those
8.
be PTO days for him?
He can try and use them. I don't think they get PTO
No,
days
they
in the
don't.
league
It's
like
It's
that.
called load management.
Yeah,
But
that
ain't-
is the same
But
thing.
the load
isn't it?
management, it can't be at the home game.
It ain't going to be for 40
It
games.
won't be for the home games. So he's still not going to get paid.
Yeah.
You usually load management when you're away.
Yeah. He's going to be...
He's
So
going to
the
get
two
paid probably
player-
a third.
The two players that really
Wiggins.
affects is Kyrie and Andrew Wiggins because Wiggins is in San Francisco.
Wiggins
is
tried to
another
get
one.
his
Golden State,
religious exemption. The people like, sir, you got a baby out of where? Like,
yeah,
what
but if
religion doing
if he's
this?
in Golden State, he's only going to lose those 41 games
plus the two
that he's in
New York.
In New York.
The 4 in New York.
Kyrie
the 4 in New York.
is in the 41 at home.
They don't play the Knicks either.
They only play once a year.
Oh, okay. I thought they
in the
played
Garden
twice.
once a year.
Okay.
Yeah, so Kyrie loses the 41
so that means
at home.
he's gonna lose. So if he played one in the Garden and one in California,
so he
and
loses.
then he'll lose the one in the Brooklyn, and he'll lose the one in his home too. That's 4 games.
Yeah, but with Kyrie, he loses the 41 home games.
Right.
Plus the Knicks are in their division.
Right.
So he plays them like 9 times in a
so
year.
he's gonna
in the
lose
Garden.
them. He's gonna lose them too.
And he loses L.A. Lakers, the Clippers,
right.
the Golden State Warriors,
the Kings.
He's
gonna lose all those.
Yep.
Hey, Sacramento still has a team?
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
he's gonna play maybe 30 games.
Right.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Man, Kyrie, get the shot, man. The earth isn't flat. Get the shot.
I'm just saying, like, if it didn't. My thing is, if you can afford to lose them, you should not be complaining about that. Kyrie ain't gonna die about
Kyrie's
that
like,
money.
I'm
He's
trying
good.
to be
So
around.
if he's trying to be around for his kid and stuff like that, I understand that. If that's what you feel like is gonna prolong you, but don't let me catch you out at the club or out to eat, because to me, if you're going out to eat and you're not vaccinated and stuff like that, you're subjecting yourself to COVID.
Yeah, but they're saying people that have the vaccine can still pass COVID.
They can, but they symptoms
So
are
what's
so
the difference?
different.
So
All I'm
Kyrie's a
saying is
different
stay
There's
home.
no
story.
difference.
Kyrie's
Stay
a different
home.
breed to
Stay
me, man.
home.
I mean, since he's left Cleveland, I've gotten a different view of Kyrie. Him
Since
going
he
to
left,
Boston.
it took him leaving Cleveland for you to get a different.
I'm tired of you guys talking about me, and I can't say nothing about my
Lord.
defense. Listen, all I'm saying is I don't trust these guys putting out a brand new vaccine talking about we the test subjects, and I gotta.
But the things that let me tell you. So can I play devil's? Can I ask this
I don't even want to
question?
talk about this.
Ask me a question.
Can I ask y'all this?
Hold on real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't trust Kyrie due to the fact that at the end of the day, I
What you
pay
mean?
you X amount of dollars
Uh-huh.
as a basketball player.
That's Kyrie
to
behind the mic.
perform.
Go ahead, tell me.
What are we supposed to be doing as a basketball team, especially the one that I put together?
Listen, we got
with,
KD.
with KD,
We got
James Harden,
Blake
Blake
Griffin.
You know, y'all doing all that.
Don't tell me you don't forget about the big center we got down low too.
He gone. DeAndre Jordan gone.
No, not DeAndre.
Who?
I'm talking about the guy from San
You gotta
Antonio.
stay in character.
Oh, Marcus
You done
Aldridge.
jumped out of
So
character.
y'all don't need me.
So
Y'all coming for the playoffs. So be straight.
game 7.
He won't even play in the
Y'all
playoffs.
even get me. Y'all
Ga-
play.
game
I
6.
just won't play at home.
Hold on. Game 6. You missed game 6 saying I need to be there because my girlfriend is having a child.
Right.
Okay.
Game 7. You show up in the Barclays Center
Yeah.
on the bench.
Okay.
Suited and booted.
No, you in street clothes.
Okay.
He's suited. That's what I'm saying.
Why didn't you play?
Why not?
You don't want to win a championship in game 7?
My baby was still born the day before. I
You
don't
weren't
know-
even there with them. You was in the
Listen,
building.
They don't need me.
Man, they obviously needed you. They lost.
All I'm gonna say about that is, okay.
don't
So
need
let
this
me
baby.
ask you a savage question in regards
Y'all
to
better
that. So
let's
people
stop talking
who,
all this madness to me. I'm just trying to live my life till I'm 95. Is that a problem? Is that a problem with y'all? Y'all see this championship trophy? They won this because of
they
me.
won't win another
They
one.
want to
I
come
don't
to
know.
LeBron.
Right.
Yeah, out your mouth.
Let's hear what you say. So let me ask y'all this question.
speaking of LeBron.
So people who choose not to get the vaccine and go to the hospital, and let's say they're at capacity.
Yeah.
You know, because like a lot of
Do you
hospital
put them at the
beds.
back of the line?
So do you put them at the back of the line or the front of the line? What do
I
you
mean,
do?
it is what it is.
Okay.
I mean, if the people didn't get it and they have to go to the hospital, they're going to accept whatever it is.
Yeah, of course.
Because they didn't get it. Just like
Gotcha.
me. I didn't get it. I'm not going to get it, but if I got to go to the hospital, I'm like, all right, well, I didn't get it. So if they're going to
You
put me
know-
at the back of the line, they're going to put me at the back of the line.
But you know, ethically they can't. They're not
now,
supposed
Serge,
to.
that brings up a good point. I want to ask you this, and this is on a real tip. I mean, you and I have talked over the last couple of months and what have you about, you know, things that you want to do, you know, dreams and goals that you're setting out there. and what
When you
have
want to travel.
When you want to go to
What
Europe.
they gonna want you to do, sir? What you gonna do?
That's a good question because you need the vaccine.
Absolutely, because countries are keep kicking your behind out of it because of that. They have the
What you think?
rights. What is your choice? What are you saying?
I'm going to set up a venue down the road. I'm going to do the live show, but I'm
Look,
going
I'm
to
just
broadcast it on
saying.
Zoom,
Gotcha.
and I'll send it over to the people in Europe.
Well, on that note, we should go to a break.
No problem.
We're going to work this out.
Right. Yeah, we got to talk through this.
We're going to talk through this.
See how we can set up a backstage.
Where's LeBron at? Because he's got some. We got some.
Bro's chilling. Bro's got his vaccine.
Brian got his vaccine.
He's good.
He didn't want to talk about it, though. But we'll be back with his, hers, and ours. I am Shannon Royal Davis with
Solomon Davis.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
As I like my Miley, sip this Patron, all bullshit aside and correct me when I'm wrong. I tell you what, before we start, let us pray. Bow our heads and give thanks for the day. Lord, forgive us for all we have seen and open our heart as grown women and men. Eject the demons out the room as we repent. See, we ain't perfect, but we love you every bit. Lord, bless all our family and friends and all our sisters and brothers doing time in the pen. And as born sinners, we deserve a second chance. With a clear soul, we can try it once again. Amen. Like I was saying, what's going on at the crib? And it shouldn't be like this, especially where we live. He don't like him, she don't fuck with her. We at a standstill, so how we coming up? Everybody on the up, don't wanna put nobody down. But what goes around comes around every time. And you gon' see the same people that you diss, overlooked in all the calls that you miss. Ay, all the niggas on the ground, just look around. It ain't no back, no in the bucket, might as well just work it out. Get to the bottom of your problems. If you can fix what you fucked up and stop making it harder, ay, don't let your pride have your ass stop. Especially if you can't fix none of the windows in your glass eyes. Cause when it rain in this game, boy, it pours. And it ain't nobody problem, boy, it's yours. And around here, boy, your mouth will close doors. Watch what you say before somebody close yours, ay. And don't never bite the hand that used to feed you just because you on your feet and you feeling you don't need them, see. God put you in position so you can make a difference and not blow it on bitches or act like you better and tight with the cheddar. If a nigga putting in work, then help him get his shit together. See, you thinking cause you ballin', homie, you just a target. You the only one that's eating while your nigga starving. You been to prison, you been shot and still push. He been to college, still by the real nigga. Keep it real with me. That's all I ask of you. Just keep it real with me. That's all I ask of you. Just keep it real with me. That's all I ask of you. Just keep it real with me. That's all I ask of you. Yeah. And that's all I ask of you. Real with me. And that's all I ask of you.
Back with segment 3. His, hers, and ours.
We've been waiting for.
Nah.
Not yet?
We're gonna make them wait.
I know I lost. I know
Make
I'm
'em
not
wait.
good. I can't be near the top.
No, there's the other subject we hit.
Feeling real bad.
What's that?
Yeah, Alfie's know where I'm going.
Where
you going?
We mentioned Sierra and Russell Wilson. When I mentioned couple, you thought you knew where I was going. So now
Yeah.
we're going there.
Okay.
My man
With,
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Yeah.
Will Smith.
Came out and said that he and his wife don't consider.
First of all, shout out to Will Smith. Not only with the whole what we're about to talk about, but you see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot. that they're
reboot,
gonna
and
have.
also he's doing.
Are
Something.
they really doing that?
They're
The
really
one where
doing
they had that clip?
Yeah.
No, hold on. Which one are you talking about?
They made one where it was like a serious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
coming
reboot.
out.
He's
It's
doing
not
that.
called Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's just
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out.
And
That's
then he
dropping.
also has a thing with Discover. So he's doing like a whole like going to
Traveling around the
traveling
world.
the
Will
world
Smith,
and stuff
man.
like. That's what he was doing when he was like, during the summertime when he was like filming all this stuff, jumping from the plane and all of that.
He was
That was a
going
part
around
of
the
this
world,
round the
different
world,
The bucket
different
list
stuff.
thing,
His
yeah.
bucket list thing, yeah.
So, and actually, we're going to talk about the Fresh Prince reboot. We're going to talk about the couple
Let's-
things, but
why
I also
is we
want to talk
going-
about what Serge just said, the bucket list.
Go ahead.
Because I was going to ask Serge and Alfie, what do they have on their bucket list? I mean, you and I have stated
But we
together.
haven't done
We
it.
haven't started yet, but our bucket list as a couple, we want to actually watch an NFL game
In
in
city.
every NFL stadium.
That's dope.
But see,
That's
the
dope.
thing with me, like, I even look at stuff like around like dates that we would want to do stuff. It's hard to have like trying to do stuff.
So you trying to
when
follow the same team to every?
No,
I mean,
it
that was the
doesn't have-
thing.
that was
See,
a,
when
like,
we originally started,
it
I
was
wanted to
our-
catch
our
the Bucks
team.
in
The
every
Bucks in every
stadium.
Right,
stadium.
and
but
it's
now
not
it's
gonna
like
be
that ain't gonna
feasible.
happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know
That'll
I
take
don't-
4 years just
Right.
to.
I don't mind going to
4 years
Carolina and
per-
watching,
yeah.
you know, Carolina versus Green Bay or something like that. you know,
Right.
just to be in the stadium. So
But
that's
you
Yeah,
got to
to check
have
it
somebody who's willing to take PTO.
I'm with that because I was looking at. I started messing around and watching the videos from every team's stadium. Bro, they're crazy.
yes.
so
Like, the Raiders stadium.
yeah. So my goal, and honestly, I already started. I had started dropping some seeds in like my salespeople ear for like if we get to 10 years, I want to do like MetLife Stadium because that's
In
my
the-
company.
in Jersey.
I work for them. So they get stuff. They tell me, "Oh, you got to be a broker." Oh, no, because 10 years marriage is 10 years that I've been with my company, and that's
Yeah.
what I want. I don't want them little stupid little anniversary gifts.
No,
I already
give me some
started
tickets.
shooting out emails.
Here's
to
a
different
plaque.
People
Have a
like,
nice
hey,
day."
hey, I need this to happen. So I've been
And see,
just
with
dropping
them,
seeds.
They'll do it too.
With them, it
And
could
they have a
be, it
box.
could be the Giants or the Jets. They're in the
Right.
same stadium.
So that's what. But we have both of them on my books. So I already. Hey, so and so, how you doing? Even like going to like Buffalo.
Even that
one
would
of the
just be
groups
a
is one of our
dope
company.
weekend. Just a dope
Yeah.
weekend. You go out there Friday night, you get to see the city. Saturday, you hang out, get something to eat, go out, have some fun, and then
Absolutely.
Sunday
Go
you
to
get
the
to
game.
man.
Absolutely.
Fly back Monday.
So
Document all of
that's
that.
supposed to be that's my 10-year
Yeah.
goal. So we'll see how it is. Like let's hope you
They'll
know.
make it happen. I guarantee it.
Look, I've been dropping seeds, like,
Yeah.
but I gotta try and stay like I can't try
She's
and move
been
around too
planting the
many
seeds.
departments
Now she's
because
just
I need to
watering
keep
it.
those
And
friends
making
where
it
they
happen.
at.
Exactly.
So we gotta see how it goes.
Now that'll be dope.
So Alfie, bucket list. What's on your bucket list?
My ultimate would be to
Go
retire
to
to
Japan.
Japan.
I knew it.
Really?
Go to Japan.
Oh, he's been saying
No,
Japan.
no. When you say
forever.
Japan, I'm not talking about in like Tokyo or any.
He's
major-
talking about-
I'm talking about like out in the country,
And
either
just-
either as a fishing village or a rice village.
Really? You want to own one of those properties? Okay.
Like just to be among the people and just have a simpler life.
Gotcha.
You know, just because they're a lot healthier than we are.
Very
So-
much.
Well,
So.
they eat rice and
They
Yeah.
all live to like 100.
They do.
100, 110.
Because ain't
That's
no
because they don't
stress.
eat neck bones. They don't eat neck bones and collard greens and all that. Like
Well,
how-
it's that.
They don't
and,
eat it how we
and
eat.
when you wake up, you do your job. You ain't stressing the whole day.
Yeah.
You're enjoying
You just
yourself.
enjoy
you're
life.
you're outdoors.
So
Gotcha.
Alfie, real talk. My best friend, the guy that I met in like the 5th, 6th grade.
He speaking of that, I used to tell Solomon his house looked like how Wolf like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when you like kids or whatever. I was like, yo,
It looked just like
they had a
his house
pool
growing up
off the
looked just
lake,
like
like
that.
it was so dope,
Right
like it
off the
is
Rose
really,
Road
yeah.
Road.
And you can see it from like the park across the street. You like,
that's a
yo,
big
this
ol'
is dope, yeah.
So, I mean, me and this guy grew up together and what have you. Best man in my first wedding and what have you. 2008, he went to Thailand to teach over
He
there.
has no desire to come
And
back.
now, since he's been over there,
Oh, of
no
course.
desire to come back.
No, and that's the thing. A lot of people, when they go to places like that and they see that and they're not as stressed, are like, you know what? I'm going to make this.
We gotta plan a date though with him.
But that's
he
because
said he'll meet us in like California.
America
or
lives by
something.
a whole
a
different
different
thing.
playbook than
Yeah.
most of the rest of the world.
Everybody else is
But-
just trying to live and be happy.
Right? I mean, I've been
But their
educating
country
myself.
also takes care of them too.
Yeah.
They take care of themselves over there, like they do. They take care of them.
Yeah.
They take like the health insurance, all that stuff. They're not worried, like stressing out about the stuff that we stress out over.
Yeah, I think he's been over there so long now that he has dual citizenship. So he's actually a citizen there. I mean, he loves it. He says there's nothing that would bring him back.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's kind of the thought I would have, just because I love the culture, and you know, I do the best I can
you go
to.
get you a little Asian lady. Me love you long
Yeah,
time,
Japanese
papi.
chicks, they're kind of hot
Oh,
too.
me love you
But
long
if I can't,
time.
if I can't get a black chick here, I would go to Japan and get a Japanese. But no,
Understand.
no, for real though, I've loved the culture since I was a kid, man. It just it's you know the samurais and the ninjas, and
Gotcha.
the big castles,
Wu-Tang.
Just the lifestyle that they live, it's real simple. It's not too crazy. You know, just relax.
But you don't get your
But
democracy.
the problem is
They have no democracy. It's
that-
like what I
that
said is what I
Americans,
said, and I
we're
mean
descending
it.
foreign people that go there for the first time, immediate culture shock.
My cousin lives there.
So
She's a teacher. She's a chemistry teacher.
Yeah.
And they pay her good money to live over there, and she travels abroad. My cousin's been traveling abroad since she was a kid. Her parents exposed her to that, so
Yeah.
she lives over there with her son. She really likes it, you know. But when that COVID hit stuff, like they had strict, like they were strict about their stuff.
oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing, because they can't tell their government, no, we not going in, like we can do here. So it's the difference
They
in
got
that.
people in Japan when they work, like the offices, they literally stay in the office, like
Yeah.
sleep there and everything. Like,
But they make it suitable for that.
yeah, exactly. It's like I'm
It ain't
sleeping
like
at my
you sleeping
desk,
at your
but
desk, yeah.
it's so nice
Yeah.
under there.
Absolutely.
But
So,
yeah,
sir,
that's
what's on
me.
your bucket list?
It's kind of similar. I want to just go to a bunch of different places. I don't even. It's like I don't want to visit. I want to go, and with the music thing, just go to Dubai and go to
Man, my
Russia.
sister was living over there for like 4 years. You could have
Yeah.
just told me, Serge.
I mean, but I want people.
she would have let you sleep on
to
her
book
couch
me
bed.
to do a show out there, because it's one thing
Gotcha.
going to visit, but it's another thing going
Going
out
to
there,
do a
bring your craft,
Absolutely.
and have people respond to it. So that's what I
Gotcha.
want to go to every continent. What was 7?
Even Antarctica.
It's been a while.
Gotcha.
7 continents. You know what I'm saying? Even Antarctica, just rock.
Yeah.
set
I'm
up
gonna
the
rock that
stage,
ice base over
Boom,
there.
we're good.
The ice
yeah,
base.
something like that. Ain't
Ice
much.
Base Sierra Alpha.
So, I want to just transition into something else a little bit. You said you wanted to touch on. Oh, you haven't even talked about Will.
I'm saying all three with Will. We did the, Fresh Prince reboot bucket
Gotcha.
list. So now the whole, marriage situation. Him and Jade. I mean, it's been speculated for so long that they were polygamist and what have you, and polyamorous.
Polys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're polys.
They're polys.
Because you kind of got to live that life when you're in that level of.
So
Yeah,
it's
for
kind of
real.
like the rule thing, like the lady said, cheating respectfully in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not cheating.
So
if
the
you
way
It's
he
not
stated
cheating
it.
if they
agree to
know
it.
that what it is.
Gotcha.
The way he stated it was marriage shouldn't hold us hostage to anything.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, more of a politically correct way of stating I'm out here doing me.
You think?
Even
See,
though
now,
I'm
I have
married.
an issue with that a little bit. Just
So for
'cause
me-
the
go ahead.
poly lifestyle versus just straight cheating.
Yeah.
Poly, you're actually in a
Agreement.
with 2 other people or 3 other people, however you want to have it set up, versus just straight cheating. So there's a difference. In
So
that.
for
there's a
me,
huge
I don't
difference.
necessarily think it was I'm out here
called
doing
honesty.
me. It probably was more so like, look, these things may happen, so let's just prepare for that and be okay with it. Like if you're not, then you can speak up now, and this may not work. So, but for them, they've agreed to that because of how their life was. They were at the time when they got married, they were in demand. He was in demand with his show. He started doing movies. She was already doing movies. So there are times they're like 6 months apart, 9 months apart at times. And so there are things that you can't provide for your mate during those time periods. And so for them to adjust to that, I think that's how they had to condition themselves to be okay with understanding that at the end of the day, it's us that's in this, not nobody else that matters. And what we say goes.
So then,
and
question,
I think that's what that is.
if that was okay and a stipulation that they had set up in their marriage that they were fine with that, why did he act as if he was so distraught over the August Alsina situation?
I think because it was the first time that people really
It
got
got
a
public.
taste.
That's what it was.
People really
Yeah.
got a
It
taste.
got
It wasn't a
public.
speculation.
Yeah,
It was the
they kept
fact.
it in-
Yeah.
But it
in
was
the
also,
house.
I think it was because it got public, but it was also when she was saying the little comments like, oh, I wasn't happy for such a long time. And those little
here's
shots.
I agree with you on that, but
Yeah.
I look at it like this. From a male's perspective, sometimes you agree to things, and you're like, yeah, this will make everything all good. I'm gonna be able to do this,
'Cause you're
this,
thinking
and
about
that.
it on your end.
But
Right.
she ain't gonna do it and it might have been one of those things that for all these years it's been Will out there doing it, and she's been okay, but holding all of it in. And finally, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna let loose.
Yeah.
And the first
And
time
now
she
it's
said,
like,
"Whoa,
wait,
what
what are you
the hell?"
doing?
So it goes back to what you asked me. Is it a past there? If a person has a past in a relationship,
See,
if
that's-
you're not willing to be able to take that same level that you're dishing, you shouldn't ask anybody to do
Exactly.
anything. So you got to be in order to be in that space, you got to be willing to accept the same thing in return.
Exactly.
Because there's not a man or a woman out there that's not going to be like, well, dang, I wonder what he's doing or how she doing this. Did she do this to him? Is he going to want to leave me for this? That stuff plays in your mind. So for them, I guess, to find peace, the reason why he was looking so distraught, like you said, it may have been the first time that he actually heard it, like seen it, and it hit him in his face that, okay, yeah, I was out here doing. Because she even made mention that, oh, don't act like you weren't doing nothing. Like, because we going to check y'all when we're on defense. We're going to be like, oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to make sure you know that you did something wrong, too.
So Reg made the comment, you can still have an open marriage and get your feelings hurt.
Now that actually makes more sense with Will and Jada versus having a poly situation. Right. Because, like I said, poly is when you're actually in a
I think it probably
situation with more two people versus just having an open marriage. You can all do whatever you want. No.
Right.
See. So, I mean, Reg, and comment to what you just stated, you can still have an open marriage and get your feelings hurt. I think if you enter into that type of, relationship, that type of acceptance upon each other, that the responsibility now becomes even harder on both of you to reinforce or to make sure that your spouse or significant other is secure within the relationship. Like, hey, yeah, I'm out doing this, but, it's still me and you. It's still me and you, and
that's why they ended that. Even in that Red Table Talk, as uncomfortable as it was, she said, at the end of the day, we have to look out for us. What's best for us, and it may not make sense to everybody else, but this works for us. And that was their thing. And let me tell you one thing. A long time ago, and I always said this from day one of this show. I can't get worried about what other married people do. That's their business. They figure it out. I think that people be out here, you dating people, and some of the same stuff happen. You have a different situation on your hand. But when you're married and you're working through and you're living through these different things, I think that that's just how life works. Like you endure the bad, the good, and the ugly. And I think that he was sitting there because, like I said, he looked so uncomfortable. I felt for Will more than I felt like for her, because my thing is, as a woman,
So Reggie's like, don't play with the open shit.
No, look, if you're not built for that, it ain't built for everybody.
Well, open is more, you do what you want, I do what I want. That's it. The poly is,
you in relationships.
This is
with
the person
people.
I'm with,
yeah.
But I'm going to let you know that I'm also seeing this person. Here's her Facebook. Check her out.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think. It's more open with it.
So, but it goes back to what Alfie said. I mean, you're saying in a poly, but poly is more like dating other people.
Yeah.
And being in a relationship.
Versus what Alfie's saying, when he asked Shannon and I, do you get a pass or something? I take a pass as I'm not dating this person, but if I had one night and I said, Shannon, I want a pass or what have you, would you give it? I don't know. Would you say no? I don't know. But look, a pass would be one night.
Should know
y'all
me
get
by
together,
now.
whatever y'all do in that one night, and what have you. And then, like she said, knowing her by now, if I say, hey, this is what I want a one-night pass, she's going to be like, okay, and I get mine when?
Yep.
Right, like mine is the same day. Like, what day is yours? Because mine going to be on the same day.
We going to come out. Babysitter,
we're going to get a babysitter. This is going to be a whole shebang. Like, you ain't going to play with me.
I think that's the difference between open and then polyamorous. So we're not actually.
Poly is more, I get to know who you dealing with.
Right.
Open is, I know you doing something, but don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me who they are. None of that. Just keep it to you and boom.
Like I said, that's the biggest difference.
Because poly is more building a team of people.
A team, yeah.
Like,
basically.
we're going to get together. I got this person.
That's
all
almost like,
together.
Yeah.
Look, that's almost like having a harem.
Yeah,
I'm not with the harem thing. Like, that's not my thing. Like,
yeah,
that's not what
well,
something I would
agree. Well, harem's a little bit
agree.
More strict in a sense.
Harem is more on the dude.
Yeah,
harem is more on the dude, but it's still the fact that you're building these relationships with these people that they have you have a team.
Yeah.
Pretty much a dude has a team on a harem.
Right.
Look, but understand, I'm gonna have me a harem too. So you got to come. I'm getting with
poly.
it too. Like,
That's poly right there. That's poly.
So that's how we would have to do that. I can't. Yeah. So on a more
morbid note.
No, I'm just gonna say like on a different note. Let me just spin the wheels here. So recently, B2K had like they're doing that whole tour, the Millennial Tour again, and because they got a lot of buzz and people were going out to these concerts because they like to see groups together. They do. And so on this leg of the tour, it was like Bow Wow and Chris Brown did their thing. Because remember on the original, it was like Omarion and because Bow did an album with them too.
Where's Wifey?
Huh?
Wifey.
Oh, well, wait a minute. We're going to get to that.
Oh, okay, good.
So on that, Lil Fizz last night apologized to Omarion about the whole April thing.
Yeah, because he got kicked off the tour.
Right, he got mad, got kicked off. But it hurt. It was personal. It was personal.
Yeah, it was hurting his pockets.
Nah, I'm not.
He was mad because Omarion got with his chick.
No, it was Fizz got with Omarion's baby mama. and you playing house with my girl. You know, like that's different. Like that was something else. So recently, Bow Wow talked about how Diddy and his baby mama, how he had to have a conversation. He just said Diddy was like a dad to him. Like, what kind of daddy? Diddy is a little backstabber. He did it to his son too, but I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah,
Anywho.
I think Diddy is the type of guy that wants to know that he can have anything he wants.
Right.
But my thing is,
so why do men? Can I ask this?
all these younger females. What is Diddy doing?
It don't matter.
Let me. You know what he's doing? He is a bag. He's a whole bag.
He's a big bag.
He's a bag.
So that's all it is.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Some women ain't trying to. Okay, they already got baby daddy. This girl got a baby daddy from Future, her baby daddy, and Bow Wow.
Yep.
And now you got Diddy as your man. Like, she's securing.
Because
Now-
who's the biggest bag out of all three of them?
Diddy.
Okay, so understand that.
But also, like you were saying, what would hurt the most?
Exactly.
Your exes. Oh, you get with Diddy?
So Diddy had to have a conversation. Bow Wow said that he had to talk with Diddy.
Yeah.
Diddy had to talk. He talked to his baby mama, but his baby mama and him haven't had a sexual relationship in years. Like, they don't get down like that. Like, he don't even pay her child support.
No, that's the baby mama.
Like, they take care of the kids separately on their own, however it is, but they help out each other however they need to. It's strictly about Shia with him. And now, on the other hand, Future paying all the child support, but that's his thing. Diddy is her baby daddy. She played, or Diddy is her guy. So what's that? I'm Too Sexy song?
Yeah.
She played that while she was over in Cabo with Diddy. And she was like twerking on the glass.
Yo, that's so
and
bad,
Diddy
yo.
is recording. I want to understand this culture of men. Like, I want to start with Lil Fizz. Men should get comfortable apologizing. Like, y'all let egos and bravado get it such in a place. Why is it so tough for a man to take so long? It took him a whole year to apologize to Omarion.
I don't got a problem apologizing.
I mean,
if I mess up, I mess up.
That's the rules of the streets. I mean,
Because they look at the chick as the one that's causing the issue. So why should I apologize? Because this chick wants me.
But he was there before the chick. You my brother. They like brothers, and they hugged it out. Like, I felt like that was a long time
at the end of the
coming.
day, chicks gonna do what they do.
So what they do?
Why are you mad?
What they do, sir?
No, I'm just saying.
I want to understand.
You know what I'm saying? Some chicks are gonna do what they do.
Okay.
Some girls are mad. I'm mad at Bow Wow, so I'm gonna go get with Future.
Gotcha. No,
I'm mad at Future.
Future
So they're
did
petty,
that,
basically.
trying to be petty with
but
Bow.
Future's gonna smash whatever
Yeah.
opens up to him. That's just.
Gotcha. But what about Diddy as a dad? Like, how do you look at this man who he did it with Lori Harvey? Like, Lori Harvey slid in on his son. Like, what is it about these men, these older men jumping in on it, swooning in on these younger girls,
Because
knowing
the younger
what you got to
girls.
stay relevant?
They got less mileage.
No, they don't. Not these young
Well,
girls.
some of
These
them-
young girls ain't got no
Some
less
of them
mileage.
got less mileage, but
These young girls got more bodies than a little bit. Okay,
Exactly.
So I'm just trying to understand, like,
I mean,
what is it about
Diddy, so to
men that
speak-
just chase after like these younger women?
Diddy's like one of those old school.
Diddy about to be these children granddad.
What do they
You
call
said a
him?
stepdad, granddaddy.
Back in the day in England, the kings,
Yeah.
like, yo, I rule this kingdom, so I can get your wife
Whatever I
anytime I
want, yeah.
want.
Irrelevant.
That's where Diddy's at.
No,
in
Diddy's
his
one of, I
mental.
mean, Diddy being in the culture and who he is, it's more like, you know, always on the road doing this thing. When I'm at these events, when I'm, you know, just out being me, promoting my brand, building my brand, who's more accessible? You don't find the 44, 45-year-old, 50-year-old
Yeah, they
females
at
out there.
crib,
But-
sleep. They
Exactly.
got work the next
it's
day.
the 21, 22, 25-year-olds that are out there in the streets.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, hell, if one of these little things come up to me and I'm like,
Easy
yo,
access.
Exactly.
So that's the mindset.
Yeah, the less you got to work, the better. Straight up. At
So-
the end of the day, we just want to empty the tank. That's it. Because
Okay.
pressure bursts pipes.
Okay. It ain't no pressure out here when you can get it from anywhere.
Exactly.
I think that men are like, to me, I think men like the younger women because they know they ain't thinking. Like, you ain't got to answer all them
No,
questions.
we ain't on that
Older
level.
women be all like,
We don't
older
take
women
it
be
that
like,
deep.
yo,
It's
I need
access.
to, right.
It's
So,
access.
okay, so that makes sense. And then
Yeah,
maybe
it's
that
access for
process is
dudes.
So,
for
like,
me.
look at it like this. I mean, you instilled something in me, you know, as I became
I?
a father for the first time. Is like, you know, hey, you're having a daughter. You need to make sure that, you know, she understands what love is like coming from a man so that she's not misled when she's older and what have you. I don't have the resources that somebody like a Steve Harvey had.
If you did, Lord help us. But go ahead.
You know, I don't have the ability to expose my daughter to some of the things that he was able to monetarily.
Right.
All I can do is provide that genuine love and being there and what have you. So you can't tell me that with the access that Lori Harvey had coming from a father like Steve Harvey, she was looking for an easy come up from somebody like Diddy.
No.
Time out. That means she had daddy issues. One, she's the youngest of the bunch. She's gonna be rebellious.
It's also about the bag of women.
Yeah, I think who if I can get on your arm, I can raise my views.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can get. It was a money thing for her.
From,
but that was
I
your
used to mess
son,
with your
girlfriend.
son.
She used to call
Now
Kim
with you?
mama.
It don't matter to women. It's about the status of the dude that they get with.
So-
Dudes don't care about the status. Dudes like whatever
Y'all
I
just
can
like
get,
the
I get.
attention.
Whatever. No, it's not even that.
No.
Whatever I can
It
get
had to be the
to
attention.
empty the tank, I'm gonna get.
Because my thing is, the girl was calling your baby mama. Like, that's Mama Kim. And that's the part that gets me about him. You love Kim. Never married her whatsoever, but felt like that was your soulmate.
Yeah.
You didn't want to be with her because you knew she wasn't going to tolerate all this extra BS.
Absolutely.
She was going to hold you accountable. These young women
And he
don't
don't
hold
want
you
that.
accountable, and they don't care.
Exactly.
So that's you. Like I said, you answered my question originally when I said, okay, so that's it. You want to feel
empty in
relevant
the tank.
and not even not even have a meaningful relationship. Like, that's not what you're looking for. But better yet, what kind of example are you setting for them girls you're raising?
That's the part.
Is that going to be okay with you when your girls are running around here? Are you okay?
Hell
with
no,
them
it's not
jumping
gonna
up?
be okay.
I'm just, but see, that's
But
not,
when
I
you
think that's
don't
what
ex-
men
when
don't
you
understand that.
But that's also called karma. When you don't set that
Gotcha.
example, it's going to come back and hurt you in the worst way, which is your kids.
Gotcha.
So one last thing in this segment before we go to the final segment. Shannon has this thing that she always says, I got an infatuation for big girls. Where that came from, I don't know.
He does.
But she tells me I got
Like I'm thick.
I don't think, I'm gonna be honest, and God bless his mom. So his mom was a little thick when she was older. So I think Solomon got a thing for thick ladies. I'm not thick. That was not my build. I'm built. My build was athletic build. So I don't have all the big breasts and the big, but like I don't have all the extra stuff because that would have got in my way. But I swear to you, my husband, I have to applaud him this week. I swear he learned how to not stare. He learned how to do a glance, baby. I had to tell him, I was like, I had to tell him, I had to tell him.
The lightning game.
I had to tell him, I was like, yo, I'm proud of you because you weren't disrespectfully staring. Like, we ain't blind. We know y'all gonna look. We peep it too. But I don't need you to be like this.
Staring the whole time, yeah.
You know, I actually had an
Like she went all the way out the door. Like, I don't need to watch your eyes like that.
Yeah.
So he did good. I was proud of
What you
him.
do for that is you
learned-
see it coming,
Look
turn
away.
before it gets there, then you can watch it walk by.
No, because he would be doing like this still.
See, you watched the whole way. That's not a good look.
So what he did was this time, it was this lady in the pizzeria we went to. She was on skate. She was a nice looking lady, but her and homegirl was out there skating. The homegirl had on some little booty shorts, but she had on like the whole tight pants thing with her skates lighting up.
Where was this?
She was cute. downtown by the gas. Yeah, downtown.
Okay, so that's probably the pizza place that we go to.
Eddie and Sam's. That's what it was. But anyway,
Tampa Bay
so
Pizza
she
Company
came.
or
Well,
something.
anyway, she came in there, and Eddie and Sam's do have good pizza. I like them. We can do that another night. It was really cool. So, lady roll in on her skates. You see her, and she's thin, got a nice little shape, big butt. I was like, go ahead, girl. But her, wasn't nothing that was fake. It was hers because you could see like the leg, the ass measurement, like it matched. The ratio was on. But anyway, she's so sashay by. Solomon seen her at the door. He said, "Oh, let me order my food. I ain't gonna look at her. He got over there by them drains and he was like this. Look at this way.
And you were watching him the entire time?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't get offended.
What's wrong with that?
So my thing is, I'm not offended by that because I saw it.
My
thing is get comfortable with giving people props. I applaud her.
See,
I'm not mad at that. Like,
teach a class for the rest of these people.
my thing is give people their flowers. Like, be okay giving compliments. Solomon will hear me tell women all the time, "Oh, you're so pretty." I don't have a problem saying that to people. I'm comfortable enough in myself to be like, "Yeah, she's pretty, cool, whatever." We were at the Bucks ring ceremony. ceremony, and who was that? LaShawn McCoy, girlfriend or whatever, and she and I don't know how we exchanged. And I was like, "Oh, you're so pretty." She said, "Thank you so much. You're beautiful." Like, so you just exchange that. Be comfortable telling somebody that, and I'm comfortable with him. Look, like that don't bother me as long as he ain't out here trying to be like touching and doing all this extra stuff, like slide his number. Because I'm gonna bust him in his head. Because I'm low key violent.
Absolutely, but no, that's how it's supposed to.
Don't be disrespectful. So I don't mind the looking thing. He got my flies on that one. He was
so where we started with this whole thing before we got off on a tangent.
Go ahead.
She says I got a thing for the big girls. Speaking of big girls,
nothing wrong with that.
Lizzo.
Yeah,
you said a class. TED Talks. Lizzo has
I
a
heard
TED
about
Talk
that yesterday.
Now. Lizzo has a TED Talk talking about the history of twerking.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh no, that goes way back.
The history
That's
of
African.
twerking.
Yeah.
And how
way back.
twerking gave her the confidence to be happy with her body and who she is, happy in the skin she's in.
So everybody's not designed to be this skinny little thing or whatever, and I think that America has given us this view of what it's about.
What America did is they established European culture as the culture.
Yeah,
which isn't. Nah.
But the thing about it is, the funny thing is, they'll talk about it in public and down it, but be sleeping with it in private. That's the problem that I have. That's the only problem I have. Don't be trying to celebrate her when she do. Oh, but why is her butt out? Like, I don't even care. I'd be like, okay, Lizzo, you doing your thing. If I don't want to look at it, I just swipe love. Like, I keep going to the next thing. I think people get so infatuated with having to put their comments on everything that a person does. Like, they were like, oh, like the fitness lady said, oh, she's overweight. She's such and such. No, everybody is not designed to be thin. Lizzo's been vegan for a whole year.
Yeah.
That weight just doesn't fall off. Now, she got the money to take care of the weight. She got the money to do all this stuff.
But she's confident in who she is as a person.
She's okay with herself.
Yeah.
As long as there are athletes, professional athletes that are 300 and 400 pounds, and they're healthier than people who are slim.
So real talk.
So stop doing that.
Shannon and I used to have this thing about athletes and what have you, and said, going back to the whole passes, if you were given a pass with an athlete, who would it be? And she told me hers was Aaron Donald.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a big boy.
So, and my thing was...
Look, that's my A. Solomon.
Dominant boy, too.
That's it. That's that.
So, my thing,
right
mine was Serena.
Yeah.
If Serena didn't play tennis and all the cardio she puts in with tennis...
But she was fit,
Serena would be a big girl.
Yeah.
She big.
That's
for
what
her
I'm
to
saying.
be, she's a big girl.
She's thick, fit.
She is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I celebrate Serena though, because like people want to down that. Like even if she put on like how she got on a bodysuit, it's a problem. Y'all mad because she got these curves.
No, they mad because she's dominating everybody.
She killing y'all, and then she got curves because she ain't the shape of like your little model ones, like these other little model tennis players. Like she's not that, and that's okay. Serena a big girl though. She is.
Oh yeah,
she's a big girl. But I love Serena though. Like I learned how to like really love her. Like as she's gotten older, because when she was younger, she wasn't like Venus. Venus knew how to handle herself in front of the press. When they started talking, she knew how to just kind of like, okay,
brush
we're not
it
gonna
off.
do it. Yeah, but Serena was like, nah, what you're not gonna do. Like she would get real like ready. So I appreciate her. I can applaud her. But my husband, for him, low key, he be liking all the BBL pages and stuff
shout
like
out
that.
To the big girls, like Big Boy said, big girls need love too. So
And I'm not knocking that, but don't be giving us women who ain't like that a complex, because you all in love with me, but that's what you really love, and that got me thinking like, dude, so what? But then he has the audacity that if I gain weight, he be like, you can go to the gym. Yeah, baby, you want to go work out with me? You ain't giving Lizzo no workout plans. Like, what is the problem? No. Treated the same. I treated it accordingly.
I ain't never said anything to you about your
Yes,
weight.
you did. Yes, you have. You made me feel away.
You
made me feel away. Oh, baby, you can go to the gym with me. I don't like going to the gym.
You felt some type of way?
Yeah, I did.
Well, you're going to feel some type of way
her.
next segment when I come back with these NFL standings.
Oh, whatever.
She's still holding up the bottom.
Whatever.
We'll be right back with his, hers, and ours.
No!
It's all right. Let me run to the restroom real quick.
She's an emotional wreck right now. She got some things on her chest right now. I bet she looking at my text right now. So hit me back, don't do me back like that. Can't take you back if you in the past like that. All the reason why you been in your bag like that. Don't get this shit confused. You lied to me, I won't believe you again. But fuck that shit, you never see me again. Came in my life and now you leaving again. You telling me beautiful lies. Don't break my heart. Tell me beautiful lies. I want to believe you when you say that you always loved me that way. Tell me beautiful lies. Beautiful lies.
What can I say to you? Hopefully nothing I can take back. We're getting further from the right track. And I'm in this place with you. Every day it's like you're on attack. And we can't keep getting down like that. Cause we be falling out, you keep fucking up. You apologize and I suck it up. I just stick around, try to toughen up. Is the love enough? You're telling me
Beautiful lies. Don't you break my heart. Tell me beautiful lies.
I want to believe you when you say that you'll always love me that way. Beautiful lies.
Don't wanna see you, but I need your love. Had to ice you out cause they be sleep on us. Licking on that and you felt deep in love. Baby, come and tell me what you need from love. I'll be here. Yeah. Beautiful lies. Beautiful lies. You had me at hello. Could never make you happy, girl. It must be the devil. Beautiful lies. Don't break my heart. Tell me beautiful lies. I want to believe you when you say that you always love me that way. Tell me beautiful lies.
We're back. Final segment of His, Hers, and Ours. A real life couple holding real life conversations, real life friends. I'm your co-host Solomon Davis with the Basement Dweller.
Nah, with the woman of the culture. And
The basement.
I don't even know where he gets that
Damn.
from. I'm the queen of
That's
all.
from the NFL standings. That's what that's from.
This is what they've been
General
waiting.
Davis.
This is what they've been waiting for.
This is what I've been waiting for. I know I've been sweating all week like, yo, I know I did terrible.
All right, so here we go in our NFL Pick'em Challenge.
Jesus.
We ended the Rays 12-2
Crushed
over the
the
Yankees.
Yankees.
There
We
you go.
trying to keep them out the playoffs. That's,
What, are
really
they at
what- that's what
100?
we're
Are they at
doing.
100 wins?
They
One
had,
more
they'll
win.
be,
No, this is
this
100.
this will
It's
be the
100.
100. This will be the 100.
There we go.
Today's
That's
game
it.
is
Shout out to
That's-
Tampa Bay Rays, the most underrated team in Tampa Bay.
Right. No, not the most underrated in Tampa Bay. Most underrated, period. We are 26 in the league in payroll.
Yeah, that's true.
So understand what that means. And I think it's what, 30 teams?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
that's terrible. That's why they put that. Y'all saw why they put that banner up.
Yeah.
That didn't
Yeah.
work at all for them.
They're like,
Yeah.
you want to go, go.
Yeah.
That's what they said. Okay, we still ain't gonna show up.
Yeah.
We'll come in for the World Series so we can take pictures.
Look, I want to come in and see them. I want to see them now. I really want to support them.
I
like
want
that.
them to win just so you can be like, yo, Tampa Bay won hockey, football, and basketball. I mean, basketball,
Yeah.
baseball.
I
in the
really
same
want them
joint.
to
really
win
need a
though, because
basketball
I feel like, and
They
while
deserve
we
it.
on this thing, like, is it championship or bust this year?
For the Rays?
Yeah, for the Rays.
It's never a championship or bust.
It's
Why not? We've gotten to the
Yeah,
we've
but
gotten to the
some
World
people-
Series because
some
we
people
haven't
said
had.
last year, like with the Bucks getting Brady, you know, if you're gonna make a move
That
like
was
that, it's
championship
championship
or
or
bust.
bust. with
But
the
Tampa
Rays,
never-
because of that payroll,
They never
you
make
can't
that
say
never.
championship
Yeah.
or bust.
Okay.
It's
So it's always
like,
going to be a surprise.
Oh, sweet, we made it to the ALCS. Oh, sweet, we made it to the World Series.
But we win, like,
They're literally
time
taking
out.
one
They're
pitcher
winning.
away from
Let me
winning the World
explain.
Series.
They won that division, like the whole division, like
Yeah.
And you have Boston and
And
the
the New
Yankees
York
in there,
Yankees.
and they
Yeah.
have the two high, like they're in the top 3 of highest payrolls.
Yeah.
I think it's the Dodgers, the Yankees, and Boston
Yeah.
are like the top 3. Give or take, I think. If I may be wrong with that, but I know that they're in at least top 5.
Yeah, guaranteed.
So you have to take some solace in there because it's not like Oakland does their thing too. Don't get me wrong. The A's do their thing, and they're in the same boat as us. They'll never have that full complete team where you can afford to pay. Like, shoot, I want to say, what's the left fielder for the Dodgers? My boy Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts' salary for 1 year is the whole Rays
More than Rays,
payroll.
yeah.
So. It's
And
kinda
it's
one of those
because
things.
they're not in Tampa. I think it's because they're in St. Pete. It's hurting them.
And I say that all the time. So cool.
Because I would go, shit.
Me too. But it's
$20
the traffic,
tickets?
the
I was
traffic
trying to
in,
get
the
that
traffic.
team.
Yeah, you can take an Uber from here.
So here we go, getting to
Here
these
we
NFL
go.
standings.
Here we go.
We started last week, or we ended last week, I should say, with Surge at 21-9 in first place. I was tied with Surge at 21-9.
I felt like I fell off big time.
Alfie was 18-12,
And I was in for it. Okay.
and Shannon was 17-13.
It's okay.
That's not bad. You're only down by 1.
It's okay. I'm all right. I'm not stressing, but it is
Here we
what
go.
it is. I got to make a move this week, so go ahead.
Surge
Yeah.
ended last week at 9-7.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Why do I feel like that was the bottom? Because you said I was first.
No, I think you retired with me.
Shannon ended up last week at 9-7.
Yeah. So I said you were tired with me.
I don't
Serge,
like
that's
being
what
down
it
here.
is.
I don't
It's
like
tired.
being- I
That's
like
what it
being
was.
down here.
And him and Alfie was tired.
I ended up last week at 9-7.
Really? So we was all...
Alfie
Okay.
is the winner for last week.
Get the fuck out.
Alfie 10-6.
Oh, so
told
he beat
y'all,
us
Alfie
by
did.
1 game.
Because it was a season.
Alfie
Solomon
had-
lost it
Alfie
because
had-
he went with the
No, I lost it on Monday night.
mhm.
Everybody went with Dallas, and I went with Philly.
Okay.
yeah, and Alfie won it with the Chargers.
No,
Kansas City and the Chargers.
No, he didn't. We all picked the Chiefs, and the Chargers won.
I thought he was the only one that picked the Chargers.
Alfie won with the Saints and the Patriots.
Okay.
We all went Patriots,
Yeah, okay,
and Alfie
okay.
went Saints.
Oh, that's right. The
Gotcha.
Saints won
Gotcha.
that game. Because I was like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, we
I
all
said that too.
But I specifically said I don't know which Jameis we're getting.
Yeah,
And
well, we
and that
got
was
the
what
Bucks
yeah,
Jameis.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was getting the Bucks Jameis or if he was like the Saints week 1.
No,
So,
that's right. We
where
got
we
the
are
Saints
right
Jameis.
now. Official standings for the season so far. Surge is still at the top with 30-16.
Let's go.
I'm tied with Surge at 30-16.
So why do you say I'm at the top if we're tied?
I
Stop
give you
doing
the
that.
benefit.
You
of
blow.
the doubt.
I've been feeling like I'm
Alfie's
doing
in
good.
third or whatever. I'm
Alfie's
high.
in third at 28-18, and Shannon in her usual spot
Oh wow.
at 26-20.
Watch her pick
Boy.
up.
So wait, what's the
I'm
difference
not even
between Alfie
worried
and
about
her?
this. This
Difference between
Solomon
Alfie
is
and
like
her is 2 games.
look. Solomon is like Jerry
That's
Jones.
2 games.
Look,
You can make that up in a
Talking about
week.
Solomon is like Jerry Jones. He be acting like they win the Super Bowl every year. So I don't even worry about him.
It's only you only 2 games
I
behind
don't worry
Alfie.
about
That's
it.
nothing.
I'm good.
So
I gotta
we're
make
at
some
week.
moves
Is this
there.
week 4?
This is week
week
4 of
four.
the NFL.
That's week 5.
Hey, speaking of
Is
weeks,
it? Oh, 4.
let's
no,
check
it's 4.
Ohio State score real quick.
Oh, we got to be up by 20 by now. But
Sure.
we're playing like trash this year, so
Well,
I wouldn't
think
be
that's-
surprised
look,
if
that's
it's
a
tied.
contagious in the league. But anyhow.
Shout out to Theo Lane. He's out there at the game.
Why is he out there?
His wifey, her nephew, is playing. He plays for Rutgers.
Oh,
Shout out-
okay.
That's why I said shout out to him. I hope he has 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. Do your thing, but lose by 3.
Wait, no. See, so 52-6.
Okay.
Lord, I told him.
Let's pick them.
I told you, Theo.
Oh,
I told
Ohio
you.
State. Anyways, please.
Hopefully that 6 is her nephew doing his thing.
No, 2 field goals.
Oh well. never mind. Hopefully her
He might be
nephew's
the
the field goal
kicker.
kicker.
Speaking of 66-yarder in Baltimore.
Yeah, man.
Wow,
Wow.
that's a
And it
story.
helped. Oh my God, that was it.
But it was a
No.
heavenly bounce because it hit. It
People
hit the
like
thing.
to ignore that my man Jackson came through.
And got the pass down the field to get him in position.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So can I ask y'all this?
that play was
So,
more amazing than it.
a lot of people like to think kickers aren't true athletes. But I personally feel like that kicker right there.
You feel
is
like
Hall,
that?
Hall of Famer.
No, she feels like that
the Hall of
because
Famer.
Miami's kicker lost the game.
Nah, I'm not. Solomon, you know I set up. What did I say before he even did it? I said, here they go playing conservative. They're finna mess around and lose this game. I said it, so I wasn't mad. I laughed.
Yeah.
But anyways, I really feel like he's like Hall of Fame status.
No, he
Like,
is.
for
He
real.
is.
And if he doesn't get it, like to me, I think that's disrespectful.
Nah, he's in
Yeah,
there.
that we all picked Cincinnati next.
He's
game,
gonna
so
be
it
in
Yeah,
doesn't
so
matter.
everybody, yeah.
So here we go, week 4.
Okay.
First pick. Tennessee Titans at New York Jets. And mind you,
Tennessee.
Tennessee is without Julio Jones.
Tennessee.
They're without
Tennessee.
A.J. Brown.
But you
Tennessee.
said they're playing the Jets.
Okay.
Right. They don't have
Tennessee.
a run defense. Like I
But
was just,
wait,
it was heavy.
hold up.
Harry.
You said who they don't have?
Julio Jones
Okay.
and A.J. Brown. Both
That's two
receivers.
wideouts.
Both starting receivers.
It don't matter.
I'm
The
going
Jets
with
can't
Tennessee.
stop the run. So.
Yeah, Jets just not that
I'm
good.
going
this
with
year.
I'm
Tennessee.
taking Tennessee as well.
Because
As a matter
Christian
of fact,
McCaffrey ran their lights out. Even though it was a close game, he still ran their lights out.
Next,
Detroit Lions at Chicago Bears.
Ooh, the Bears.
The Bears haven't named a starting quarterback
I'm
yet.
going with Detroit. I think your boy, he got a chip on his shoulder. So I'm
Yeah,
And they
you
were
know
close
what?
in their
I'm just
past
gonna
couple
go with
games.
Detroit.
I'm gonna go
I
with
don't say that
Detroit
often.
too, just because of the fact like we don't know the quarterback
Just
situation.
because of the fact that I'm tied with Shannon. So I'm trying-
Don't be doing that. Don't do that. Oh, don't do that.
I got to go with the home team on this just because they're at home, so I'm going to go with the Bears.
the Bears played a real good game. Well,
What
no, they
game
didn't.
What game was
They
you talking
really
about?
did.
you
They
watch?
had 46 yards the whole game.
And the quarterback got sacked
Nine
9
times.
times.
Ooh,
9 times.
hold up.
And who are they playing?
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
We're facing Garrett.
But
I am- okay.
Detroit doesn't have a defensive line like Cleveland.
I'm going with Chicago just because.
I'm gonna
Solomon's
Detroit.
going with
I'm just
Chicago.
gonna
So you
go
trying to
And I
keep
gotta keep-
Paisley?
Yeah, that's his.
and I'm gonna go with the
We're gonna
Lions
keep-
because
I'm
The only
just
way
go
you
the
separate
Lions.
is by going different.
every dog has
gotta-
his day.
Yeah, but
and, you know,
this one I'm on the fence with. So I'm willing to take this loss.
All right. Indianapolis Colts at Miami Dolphins.
I'm going with the Dolphins. I don't even.
So let's put it like this.
Perspective.
Everybody's talking about Brady playing his former team. This is also Jacoby Brissett playing his former
I'm
team.
going with the Dolphins. I already said it. The Dolphins have played pretty good.
And this is at home
They
in Miami?
just-
In Miami.
The
Yeah,
Dolphins have the
gonna
only
have to
game
go
that got
Miami on
blown
this
out
one.
was.
This is a good one.
The
I'm
only
going to go
game-
with Miami too.
Don't go with Miami because you're trying to be
No. I'm
split.
going with Miami just because they're due.
The Dolphins play a good game. Only game they did not play good or wasn't in.
Yeah, that's
was
right.
the Bills game.
Yeah, this is why I say
So we like for
they're
real.
at
They've been in
home,
all that.
they're
They've been
due.
in all their games. That's on. I'm not finna sell y'all on that. Go ahead.
I'm rolling with Miami too. I think Miami has the better skill position players. Cleveland Browns
Browns
Cleveland.
at the Minnesota Vikings.
Cleveland.
going with the Browns. Although
this-
I love the stadium.
If
out
this
there.
was any other team, I would go with the home team. But because I hate Kirk Cousins,
I knew this was coming. That's
I
why I
just hate
laughed.
Kirk Cousins.
Just
so I
put
gotta go with
everybody
the
down for the
Browns.
Browns. I knew that was going.
The Washington football team at the Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons.
I'm going for the
Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah.
All right, I get to separate myself. I'm going with the
Here we
football
go.
team.
Go
There you
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm rolling with the football team.
All right. So
'Cause
now
Matt-
I can
look,
go with
Time
the
out. Let
team.
me tell you, because Matt, remember I just said Matty Ice had no foot on the end zone on us, and I wasn't going to go with him against the Giants. I was just going to go for the Giants because they was outside and doing it. Yeah, Matt showed up Sunday, and I felt disrespected. So,
He heard you. He said, "Oh, that's what you doing?
yeah,
All right,
looking
bet.
over me.
Watch this."
The Houston Texans at the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo.
Bills.
Bills. We all unanimous
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that. The New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints.
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 Yeah, we'll go with the Saints.
Nothing in New York is working right now. I just
It's
wanted to
not.
say
It's
that.
bad.
Nah.
It's bad out there.
It's horrible.
I feel bad for
Tommy,
Jersey.
you don't want to go for the Giants since you don't like Jameis like that.
This is the Saints' first game back in the Superdome. So
Yeah, so definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
they haven't.
Week
remember,
4?
remember the Hurricane. So their first home game they played.
Oh
in
yeah.
Jacksonville.
That's right. Wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
definitely.
the Saints. Andy Reid and the Chiefs. Andy Reid goes back to Philadelphia against the Eagles.
Chiefs, they on a 2-game losing
Yeah, they
streak.
got it.
Yeah,
Chiefs,
Mahomes
they got to
will
win
lose
it.
3 in a row.
He ain't gonna lose 3 together.
And quite possibly the game of the week. The
But-
Carolina Panthers at the Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Damn, Serge.
Yeah. Cowboys have been right there.
Is McCaffrey back?
McCaffrey is not playing.
Okay,
But the Panthers have the number 1 defense in the league.
Nah.
I don't know.
That's
Dax has been
yeah.
balling.
Law
out
of
lately.
averages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. They home.
So we're unanimous on the Cowboys. Nobody wants to separate.
Nah.
Nah, it just didn't make sense. If McCaffrey
Yeah,
was
I
there, that
don't
would make
see
a
it.
difference. That would have probably swayed
And plus,
me
the
a little
Cowboys
bit.
have been in every game that they played.
Yeah.
Seattle
won.
Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers.
Ooh.
San Francisco just lost at home last week.
To Green Bay.
And that was last second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with San Francisco. Just because.
Russ coming off 2 weeks lost. 2 losses back to back.
No.
Is
Come
it?
off 1 loss. They lost last week. They won the week before.
I'm going with San Fran. I feel like the defense is going to hold them.
They lost last week.
So we're actually
Is
thinking-
they tight end? I mean, is they tight end playing? Is San Fran tight end playing?
Is Kittle playing?
Kittle.
Yes, because he's on my fantasy team.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with San Fran.
Well, we know who he's picking.
I'm going with San Fran.
No, I'm not.
Oh, really?
I saw that TikTok video. Sierra put it on Russ. Russ got,
He
Russ
don't
got
have no
that-
energy.
Yeah.
No, that's
Give it
yeah.
to
Go ahead.
Seattle. Let her give it to
So
Seattle.
if you saw that TikTok video, she put them on him. Now fighters don't even have sex leading up to their fight. So
facts.
why would you? Okay, go ahead.
Because you
I'm
know
taking
Russell
Seattle.
was digging in that.
Russ gonna be like, yo, I know if I come back from San Francisco with a dub,
No, she
She
gave
gonna
him
give
that
me the
sympathy
damn.
sex. That's how he gonna get it. Yeah, he gonna get the sympathy
Cool. I'm
sex.
with it.
Let's go San Fran for me. You got. You
I
said
got
you going
Seattle.
Russ?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going dangerous. The Arizona Cardinals at the LA Rams.
Rams.
Damn, Rams are doing real. Yeah, Rams.
They took out the Bucks. So.
Yeah, they
That don't
did.
even matter. That's
Yeah,
not
but the
even-
Bucks
that's
are
not what I'm
playing,
looking. We
and
were. We
Bucks-
have a horrible secondary, so I'm not even. That's not what
Yeah.
I'm looking at. Every time these teams play each other, they usually lose against each other in their own division. So that's the part that I'm trying to think about. I ain't got nothing to lose. Yeah, they home. I'll go with the Rams. I really was gonna go with the Cardinals because
I'm going Arizona.
Ooh.
You got that badass
he's
little boy
taking-
running around.
Yeah,
He's taking big
Let me
shots.
tell you the reason why. I feel like I want to go
Listen.
that way, but they home.
It's like this. You ever been that dude at the bar and you like, yo, I got the girl of my dreams that one night. I'm gonna go back to that bar again, and you might come away and you're like, damn, I'm a little bit disappointed. The Rams shot their shot last week. They beat the Bucks.
So time out.
That was it.
But this is the thing. They got to try and prove that they're not a fluke. Like, it wasn't just about the
And
Bucks,
the Rams are at
high.
home, right?
Yeah, they're at home.
Yeah, no.
They're coming off a high, man. I mean,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm
You
going-
got it.
I'm
We
going
want
with the
you to stick
Cardinals
with the
on that.
Cardinals. Go ahead.
Pittsburgh Steelers at Green Bay
Wow.
Packers.
Green Bay.
I'm going with Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay.
The
Definitely.
Steelers are just bad. Like, really bad.
Yeah, I'm going with Green Bay. It's at Lambeau.
And Aaron feeling himself too.
Yep.
After taking out his
Shooting more of those commercials.
Yeah.
The Baltimore Ravens at the undefeated Denver Broncos.
Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
I'm going to Ravens.
That's going to be my one away team. Just because they've been playing so good.
Going to people's house, pushing them to the
Yeah,
limit.
to the
Every
limit.
game they've been pushing the limit. Because even when they went to Las Vegas,
I'm gonna have to go with the
and then
Ravens.
I'm sold on that one. I'm good on that.
I'll go with the Ravens as well. Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
My man goes back home.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Coming home again.
Yeah. This is my other road team. I got Tampa for the win.
Tampa Bay is gonna win.
I
this
got
one.
Tampa for the win.
Just because they want to prove a point. Actually, it's Tom that wants to
You
prove
got
a
to
point.
play that.
Like, it wasn't all about you, Coach. It was me.
And their quarterback don't throw deep.
And then?
So hold
Do you
on.
think about me now and then?
If there is one coach that knows how to stop Tom Brady,
It's Bill Belichick.
But
That's
he don't
true.
have the
Is
quarterback.
He don't got the line for it. And he don't got the wideouts.
Although if he,
no, we ain't worried about them scoring. Them stopping us from scoring.
That's
and,
what I'm
and making
saying.
it a tight
But
game,
also,
and it coming down.
like
to
I
a
said,
field
you
goal.
got to have
Plus, that secondary is kind of weak.
Those
He don't
defenses,
know
yeah.
Tom like he thought he knew him.
Yeah.
All praise Tom.
I'm going with the
Greatest coach
Feel like
of
you're in
all
church,
time.
praise Tom.
I'm
Like,
going with
praise
the
Lord,
Bucks.
praise
He's looking
Tom.
over us.
Greatest coach of all time. In his house. The
That's
person.
Tom House. He is a guest.
I mean, he's the hoodie.
Is that what you're saying? You going
He's the hoodie. I mean,
you going with Belichick?
he's
Solomon ain't going
he's
with
the
it.
Phil Jackson.
So
Because
here-
you're the one that's left. You're the only one that's left.
He's the Phil
We've
Jackson,
already
man.
called.
No, wait a
Say it
minute.
all at
What
the
you
same
call
one.
it?
Now, I'll say this: if they can take advantage of what the Rams did, that secondary is weak.
Yeah, no.
Time out.
Weak
Buck secondary is super
But
weak.
Weak
I'm still going
secondary.
with
No
I
Gronk.
think so.
Gronk's
Let me.
not
So
playing.
this week and they working in the couple of old heads they
Richard Sherman
okay.
will play tomorrow
and not
night.
just Richard Sherman. It's the other dude from Seattle.
Pierre Desir.
So I think they'll try and work them in and trying to because the issue is really it ain't the whole. Well, it is the whole secondary because
It's
once
the
you
whole
get past
secondary,
yeah. I think Solomon needs to hate on Sean Murphy Button, but he gotta love Sean Murphy Button because Sean Murphy Button was his dude. You got Jamel Dean who's getting plucked like
Wait,
he is a
isn't
fly.
Button down?
Jamel Dean is a game time decision. He might not play.
So he not. We're just
They
gonna
were
go ahead and
announced.
call
So
him
we're,
a
we're
not.
down Dean. We're down Gronk. JPP is a
So
game
we
time
never had an
decision.
issue
So
with
what
the
are you
tight end
saying here?
position.
'Cause I
We
feel
never had
like-
an
I
issue
feel
with
like
the
he's
tight
gonna
end
say
position.
something.
I feel like you're going against the Bucks on this
He
one.
not.
I mean,
Solomon doing
like
all
I
that.
said, if
hype.
anybody could stop Tom, it's Belichick.
So what you going with?
So-
What can we put on paper for you?
I mean,
Stop doing all that.
He
What
feels
can we
like
put
he's
you on
trying to
paper?
figure it out.
listen, when I chose games this year, if there was one game we were gonna lose, it was gonna be this one.
You did not
Really?
say that.
I mean, I said
You
we would
didn't
go
say
under,
that.
we might go undefeated, and since we didn't, I said we're gonna be hyped from winning the Rams game, which we lost. But then, like I said, this
And Tom got a chip.
Tom got to break that record in the first.
And he got a
quarter.
chip on his shoulder. This is the team that.
So let's stop, Solomon. It's already it's past our time. What do you
with
want?
that being said, the Bucks are probably gonna win.
Okay, thank you. I don't have time for all that bullcrap.
That's Sunday night's game. This Monday night.
What's the Thursday night?
The Monday night game.
We
the
already
Las
picked the
no, we
Monday
did
night,
not.
didn't we?
The Monday night game is the Las Vegas Raiders
And
at
the
the Los
Chargers.
Angeles Chargers.
I'm going with my dad Raiders. I'm going with my dad Raiders. I haven't just I called it out one
I'm
time.
going to go with the
this
Chargers.
season.
Damn, Serge.
Yeah. I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers as well.
I like the Raiders, but.
It ain't that. It's personal for me because like I only called them out one game, like just going on a limb, like trying to do, but they finding a way to click. And then they got this defense. They coming out. Their ends is coming off. They was on the Ravens behind. They was on Lamar behind.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm riding out.
And they lost that at the last second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then, like we said, we move into the Thursday
The
night
Thursday,
game.
yeah, the tiebreaker.
The Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I'm going with the Seahawks on that. one.
Rams ain't coming off a 4-day rest and winning.
The Seahawks coming off.
I'm going to go with the Rams.
Huh?
Going with
I'm
the-
going against the grain.
So they both coming off a 4-day
They
rest?
both play Sunday, and then that'll be Thursday.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going with the Seahawks because they home. I need that noise.
That's going to be my away win.
Okay.
I'm going with the Seahawks again because
Sierra.
exactly.
Then I mean,
I mean, if he gets motivated to win Sunday, just
Yeah.
think of how good that thing gonna get
Yeah.
to him on Monday.
That's just
Tuesday
going to be
night.
like, look, do it again, Daddy.
Yeah. So Thursday,
so that's how men think that pussy motivates them.
you didn't know that? Why do you think men go to college?
Why do you think men go to
It's
war?
not even
the
about.
men go to college?
They don't go to war to miss it. Like, come on, yo.
Men go to college to get good jobs so they can make good money so they can buy nice things. Why?
For-
Because women like nice
Exactly.
things.
I'm just saying, but you think that Solomon, you a married man.
Okay.
Don't be doing all that.
What
You
I-
think
what
just
I-
because
hold
she
on,
dancing
hold on,
and all of that
hold on.
stuff like that,
Solomon,
don't mean
you-
they getting it in
Solomon,
every
you a
time.
married man. Would you have married me if I ain't had no money?
Cool. No, because I ain't gonna take care
Exactly
of nobody.
then.
It ain't got nothing to do with just money. It's so first off, I wouldn't have married you if our sex was bad. So you need to know that.
So I got good sex
put that
and
in.
money.
Your sex, sorry, is better than the other ones. That's all it is. All right, on that note,
she admit?
this has been
Exactly.
his, hers, and ours. I am your
That's how you
co-host,
close
Shannon
it.
Royal Davis.
With the man with the good sex, Solomon Davis.
That he's actually average if you didn't hear the whole response, but okay. Thank y'all. Please join us next week.
Average don't keep you.